I think Jinx has been playing really well in their matches, but like Demise is also like they've both just been dominating their sides of the bracket. So this is good. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be an interesting final match to see how these guys go up against each other. You know.
I mean, just the power that we've seen thus far. I mean, we saw day -1 Doctor coming through like fresh out the store with the DLC and just dominate. Like, I've got all the faith in the world for Jinx. Like, if they that's one thing they're not jinxing is the outcome of their matches. They play to fucking win.
You gotta fucking stop with these name puns, dude. I swear. Okay, don't lie to me. Are you sitting there like thinking about each team name and how you could work a pun in? Like, I know you had the fucking cookie crumbled one like sitting in your back pocket. You were waiting.
Absolutely.
I fucking knew it, dude. I knew you were waiting.
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? I can't pass it up. You're gonna name your team cookies. You of course, like, bruh, like, fuck. Like, if they got body, it looks like they just got dunked,
Yeah, the whole dude with Demise too. It looks like they met their demise. You fucking bullshit out of here with that fucking.
Oh fuck! I'm excited to see these games. I know. Are we 100% certain that we are seeing those games tonight during the day? Is the question?
No,
yeah, it's happening.
It's happening.
Okay,
right as soon as these teams get everything ready.
Yeah, they might need a bit of a minute because, like, again, Demise just came out of their group. Actually, I just got an invite to a game, so maybe we're just
ready to go. I think Nightlight's for me. He's probably ready to play some killer and
go to bed. Over with. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's probably late as fuck over there. I might take this opportunity to go refill my coffee and get ready for this final set because I'm so fucking pumped for this, dude.
Yeah,
I'm so pumped.
This is gonna be intense.
I'll be back in a minute. Give me a second. Oh, I think I just froze our webcams. Let me unfreeze our webcams.
Yeah.
Okay, we're unfrozen now. Now I'm gonna go get coffee. Okay. I'll be back. 1 sec.
So we were guaranteed to at least see Nurse, Spirit, and Black, correct?
Yes. In the best of 5, and if they manage to split the maps within the first 3 matches, then we will see twins as well. I believe.
I mean, do we just start going down the list and talk about?
Yeah, I guess we got some
that entails. Like, do your shit. We got
some stuff to talk about here. Like, as you guys were just hearing, we got the more classic comp killers that everyone sees and talks about all the time. Everyone always goes, well, isn't it only Spirit and Nurse? Well, you guys saw a bunch of different killers, and those games are all entertaining. But now you're going to get the more classic style of the finals matchups we usually see. First off will be Nurse, and she's one of those interesting killers because not only is she so unique, but she also is typically played now in most competitive matches when it's not desynced, Groaning Storehouse. And the reasoning behind that is because she is such a powerful killer and so lethal and so damn good in the right hands where it makes sense that you would force her to work hard for a good result on a big map like Groaning Storehouse as opposed to a map like Cold Tower where, okay, maybe a less skilled nurse can take advantage of a smaller map and get a result that they maybe didn't have to work so hard for.
Yeah. I don't feel like a large map, with Nurse, like, it might make it harder, but by how much, honestly? Like, when it comes to somebody that's truly skilled at Nurse, man, like, they just start dominating generally. Like, obviously the survivors do have a chance to make good decisions. There are decisions to make that do outplay, and a lot of it's just really good reads. What are they gonna do when they go around that corner and you can't see them and you're charging your blink?
Yeah.
Are you capable of actually making the right decision? And are they? It's all a pretty beautiful dance. If I'm going to be honest, I truly actually enjoy watching high level Nurse going against high level Survivor because it's all just about really smart fucking reads and really good decision making.
Precisely. And that being said, she will be played on Father Campbell's Chapel, which it's one of those maps. Yeah, it's a smaller map for sure, but it's also a map with like a lot of LOS breakers, and you have that big structure in the middle of the map where if the survivors are able to break LOS, they might be able to make it to the other side of the map, die, edge map, waste a bunch of time. the name of the game with Nurse is waste as much time as possible. Like I was saying this on Friday, you are not going to run one of these nurses for 5 gens. That ain't gonna happen. If that happens, then the nurse is just having a rough night.
That's true.
She's gonna get you down, and it's more than likely gonna be faster than you think. So you need to waste as much time as possible. Expect a lot of these survivors to be running to the edge of the map and dying there to waste as much time as possible away from whatever gens are being worked on. Expect a 2-1 split with, 2 survivors co-oping 1 gen and another survivor working on another gen in order to maximize their efficiency. Like I said, if you're splitting 3 gens, and I can guarantee you right now, they're gonna have Corrupt and they're gonna have Ruin. Other than that, it's up to whatever the nurse wants. I'd be shocked if they don't take Ruin. She's that good, and even if Ruin stays up for 1 minute, if she gets a quick down, someone's got to go get the save. And again, it's Nurse. She's gonna get you down sooner rather than later. It's too much of an opportunity to not take Ruin in these situations.
And it's even more likely because with Nurse, I mean, No Way Out's banned, obviously.
Yes,
if there's one thing that you can guarantee in a Nurse game, Nurse is going to get downs. There's no fucking way. With the skill level that these players are at, I would bet a very large amount of money that they're going to get it down, and I would be extremely confident in that bet. There's no fucking way. That's too much of a guarantee for Nurse to like waste, save more time. She doesn't need that insurance in the hands of the right player.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to reiterate here, I think it goes without question. Nurse's best add-ons are range and recharge add-ons. There's no way she's getting range add-ons because she is way too strong with those. She'll be forced to be using double recharge, which is the standard for competitive play, which, don't get me wrong, still very strong on her, but at least makes it a little bit more manageable. It's funny because there was one tournament where they actually allowed range add-ons, and every single nurse, regardless of experience, 4K'd that day. So I think it's pretty straightforward that she's probably not gonna be allowed to have those.
Yeah.
But other than that, you can see, and the thing with Nurse too is she can get creative a little bit because, with these other killers that aren't as efficient in chase, don't really apply the same pressure as her, she can throw in some chance perks like Devour Hope is one that's picked on her. She's getting those quick downs, gets away from the hooks, able to get those stacks, and then hits you with the oh shit moment.
Yeah, it's hard to find time to look for it whenever you're constantly dealing with hooks and
exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
We'll see what these killers opt to go for, but I can almost guarantee you with No Way Out being banned, they're going to stick to the safe build is really Corrupt, Ruin, Pop, Noed, and it's because it's just, you know what you're getting, you're gonna get downs, and if Ruin goes down, you have the backup for Pop, even if you have a rough first chase.
Did I hear you mention that No Way Out's banned on Nurse?
Correct. No Way Out is banned on Nurse.
Okay.
And I think it's a smart decision considering we've seen how much value even the weaker killers have been getting out of it.
I agree. Yeah, I think if Nurse had like No Way Out, Noed, that would be fucking absurd. Like that would be absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I completely agree. As far as like survivor perks, how limited are they now? Like I imagine a lot of them are lifted against Nurse.
You ready for this? We got a long one to go through.
Oh, sure. Sure. Go ahead.
Shadow Step. That's it. That's it.
Just Shadow Step. That's all.
And all of the general balancing perks that are on every killer. But for Nurse specifically, just Shadow Step. That's it. So
they can even have Circle of Healing too, or is that generally banned?
No, I'm pretty sure it is. No. It's generally banned, so they can't have that. I don't think we've mentioned it, but Breakdown, Counterforce, Fast Track, Metal Man, Object, Power Struggle, Prove Thyself, Resurgence, Soul Guard, Built to Last, and Circle of Healing are all banned across all killers, and the combination of Iron Will, Lucky Break.
Okay.
But that being said, you're going to see more perks available to the survivors. One thing that I will point out here that you can expect, again, we kind of mentioned this earlier in the stream, but expect one survivor to get found very early. That is more than likely going to be on purpose, and I can guarantee you that that survivor is going to have Dead Hard, maybe combined with Iron Will. We call it the God build. Iron Will, Dead Hard, DS Unbreakable. Play an aggressive build, get in the nurse's face. You're the most likely one to have the longest chase out of any of the survivors. go run her as long as you can and die on the edge of the map and see how many gens can get done.
That's interesting. You'd like designate one person as like the god survivor and just run off with your strong perks and do your best, little one. You know, that's I like that. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully we do see that. Yeah, we'll we have Jinx on killer first and Demise on survivors. So this should be a good one. I'm excited. I'm really
interested to see who the you know, the juicer is gonna be to juice this nurse. I don't know if you guys discussed it. I'm also leaning towards like Ed. Ed is a god.
It could be any of these. My guess is Ed or Nightlight. They're gonna have that build that we were just talking about, and they're gonna get in the nurse's face.
Here we go. This is it.
Yeah. Let's see. She has double recharge.
Immediately blinking around, doing the same concept as anybody in this game that has some sort of a movement, you know, like finding him immediately. She's able to blink across the map.
She's gonna check on her totem real quick, and there's no one there. She knows that people spawned here though for sure, so she's looking around, but can't find nothing. She does find people in
one person. There we go.
Yep. And she has ruin too, so we'll see how good she can get the start going. She left him. All right. They're on this gen as well.
This is a good spot. They don't have many options here, so the decision making is a little bit easier because they don't have much to have on. She's out in the open. She gets an easy first fucking hit. Let's see how fast she can down her.
Yeah. Goes for the lost her.
Misses her behind the tree. Oh no.
Oh, she didn't see her.
That's so unfortunate. Finds her. Oh, the raid. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that was a fucking good read. That was a very, very good read.
Jesus Christ.
Something very important just happened. I want to point this out because we haven't seen it yet. If you notice what was in that survivor's hands, it was a toolbox.
Oh,
very important that they got the toolbox player first, because now what was able to potentially be a fast gen is out of the picture. They're on the hook.
Jeez. Nice. Also, Ruin's gone, which opens up Pop Goes the Weasel, which they're not taking advantage of. Or was that still regressing? Okay, they're coming over here. That's why.
Another
they find
hit.
the Nancy. They're gonna try to commit to that and get it done before Pop.
To the gen.
Yeah. Oh, got away before the.
That was rough.
I think it might have prevented. Well, no, I don't even think he had a second blink back, but he was trying to hurry up and get the down, but didn't quite get it. He's gonna come back to the hook and see what he can find. And I believe he's gonna try to get. He's gonna try to go after her.
Ooh, good pallet.
The juice, El Hugo.
El Hugo coming in at full fucking force. Doesn't know where they went, especially looking for the Nia. Wants to go ahead and get that down, but not having any luck finding them. Honestly, don't know where the hell they went either, to be honest.
Yeah, kind of struggling. I think she might have had Lucky Break, because whenever he was chasing her before, I didn't see any scratch marks. But I imagine she probably like has. If she doesn't have Lucky Break, that means she doesn't have Iron Roll, right? Because that's a banned combo. So I didn't hear her, but I also didn't see anything either. So I'm not 100%.
I'm not either.
I'll have to maybe confirm that a little bit later, but. Ooh, he hears something. He hears the Nancy. Oh, and there she is.
Oh, there's the Nia.
Yeah.
She's gonna get a hit. Finds a hit.
Yeah, finds a hit. Probably gonna try to get her down and out of the match.
He just has to make the right decision here. Is she gonna commit? Is she not?
Oh,
Finds
dude,
it again.
such a good prediction. It's so tough. Oh. It's so tough as a survivor because you don't know if they're gonna blink to the corner and like predict your double back or what. It's like it all comes down to this weird, awkward coin flip, and then even after the coin flip, the nurse can still follow up with a second blink and fucking hit you anyways. So it's so rough, man. And she played that one perfectly, predicted her movement exactly right, and gets that down. And that's gonna be her second hook, so that's now like that's a dangerous thing to have now, because Nia could end up getting tunneled out of the game and killed, and then it could be down to a 3v1. Luckily, they do have some gens done though. They got a couple gens, and they have a good bit of progress. I know there was at least one more that had some progress on it.
She's already back over, just checking on the hook, and I'm assuming that they're really just focusing on gens currently. To be honest, there's not much of a reason to really risk anything here. They went ahead and healed her to try and add more security. They don't need another quick and easy down, to be honest, or that's just really going to secure the game even more for the nurse, because she's already in an extremely good fucking position.
Yep, gets the pop on the gen to regress it a bit, and now it's probably going to be time to tunnel Nia out. Time to go. There's the borrow time.
Borrowed.
Oh, trying to burn her.
Shining the light.
Yeah, she was trying to burn her out of the blink. She's stopping her from blinking right now is what she's doing. Yeah, if you a thing that some people might not know is that if you hold a flashlight on a nurse, she literally cannot even charge her blink. Even if you hold it on her, like right there. Yep. She can't charge her blink right now. She cannot blink. So she's actually saving this Nia for quite a long time here. And now she's able to blink. She was holding her blink that whole time. So that bought her a good bit of time and gets her somewhere. Is she the DS user? I mean, she could get a flashlight,
but she's used a lot of it.
Yeah, I think she might have used all of her charge.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate.
Yep, there's the DS though, which buys them a little bit more time, so gets them even further. And now they're gonna get some distance too. So they're gonna get some distance. They're gonna be able to break some line of sight. This actually might be, well, never mind.
Sure.
I was gonna say you might be able to get away and get some distance and make something happen, but nope, fucking dead.
We should get at least like 1 gen to pop here if I'm like, you know, as long as everything's going to plan. Maybe 2 if they were actually, you know, split early enough. But I'm assuming they honestly were. But she gets to make it across the map so quickly. Like, but there's the 2 gens, luckily. And she has a 3 gen, it looks like, and it's Nurse. She can blink straight up to the 2nd floor of that building and come right back down in a heartbeat. Like,
it's definitely not the strongest 3 gen though. Like that building gen is a bit far, so it's not a horrible position to be in. Really smart to just let it go into cooldown there, and then like just gives them less distance. Although she did have live. She tried to go for the play where you stop the 2nd blink, but was a little bit slow on it, which was unfortunate.
And she just is going to go down.
Yeah.
And this is the turning point right here, right? What happens now? Do the survivors take their time and try to save as many as they can and try to get 3 out here, or do they rush a gen and just try to get 2 out with a more aggressive playstyle?
Yeah, this is really interesting. Even trying to rush a gen might even be too hard at this point because he kind of has her hooked right in the middle of the 3
Exactly.
Like
and yeah, I mean they know her perks right now, so there's a good chance that she's gonna have something other than just pop in her arsenal. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yep. And they do a quick 1-for-1, but even this, like, she has pop, so these 1-for-1s are just giving her more and more regression, right? Like how are they gonna get any progress done when like they're giving her 1-for-1s, they're giving her hook states, and she's getting more and more gen progress. I'm not really sure how they come out of this one.
Something important to note here, though, is that each survivor is going to have more efficient, or self-efficiency, I should say. You're allowed deliverance, you're allowed camaraderie. So if you do get into a hairy situation, at least you have some of those stronger perks that were banned on the weaker killers at your disposal. So don't expect someone playing aggro on a save to have deliverance, and they're going to use it in a crucial time.
Yeah. Ed does not have deliverance, but he does have deliverance. He doesn't have camaraderie. I was looking for camaraderie. He has deliverance, so I think he's just waiting for like the right moment to pop that. I think he's trying to make sure that oh, there he is. He popped it, but she's still kind of there. He's out.
To make distance with it at least. Like,
yeah, he's out. I think he had sprint burst too. He was out of there.
But I mean, just one blinking, and this might be it.
Oh, good juke, dude. And she's far away from the 3 gen. They popped the last gen. They might actually be able to do this. They might actually be able to do this.
He's no way out.
Yeah, he's not sure who to go after right now. He doesn't really want Ed because he's not a fresh hook, but he also is the only one he knows where he is, so he might just have to take what he can get here. And I think that's
taking him away. He's taking away from the gates. They really need to prioritize finding Nightlight here as a fresh hook.
God.
Yeah. So he gets Ed, and Ed's not a fresh hook, so he's just gonna hook him. And now the survivors can either get a gate and leave as 2, or they can try to find no Ed. Looks like they are gonna get a gate. He's also gonna be basemented. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna make it. Yeah, I think they're 100% just leaving. They're 100%. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good result, honestly, for the survivors. I would say the killer did pretty fucking well, but they played that pretty much the best they could too. That was.
Yeah,
I agree.
Oof, that was a close one, dude. That was a nail biter. Dude, these nurse games are fucking intense, man. Holy.
It's because they're so fast, bro, and like shit just goes sour really quick. Because once she's on top of you, like she stays on top. There's no getting rid of her. Even if you avoid a hit once, like she still has an idea as to where you go. Like earlier we saw Aaron, I believe, he actually made it out, but just not that long after she was right back on him because it's nurse and she can just travel across the map in no time.
Yep. Pretty like even matchup. I mean, the points end up being 15-13, so it's gonna come down to how the survivors from Jinx can handle. I'm assuming Nightlight's killer. So should be an interesting follow-up, because that's they basically just have to do better than what they did for them to win this round. So
yeah, before you leave this exit screen or end game screen, just take a look at the survivor builds here. Interesting how they decided to split it up. They gave Nightlight the Iron Will DH, two really good perks against her. He's kind of, you saw him, he was the first one that got found, but probably had a good idea that Nightlight was the one that wanted to get chased first. You see everyone also has a self-efficiency perk on their builds. You have the Deliverance combined with the Borrow Time, ensure the safe unhook, and then that person can play aggressive with a save and use their Deliverance. You have someone else with a healing build, so they can get a reset on someone and then get the second wind off of the hook in order to fully reset. And then obviously with the toolbox, the DS and a couple other perks to help them out in chase. Everyone kind of has a calculated build where they're going to have some value out of some perks, even if they're the one who gets found, as opposed to Nightlight with the Dead Hard, which is, you know, obviously Nurse's biggest counter.
yeah, that's so fucking cool, dude. That is so cool. I love that. I love how much like actually thinking and like thought process goes into these builds and like their like designated rules. It's so fucking cool to see, man. Like that's like to me that feels like what DbD should be, right?
Yes.
Like that literally feels like what Dead by Daylight should be. Is like that much thought should go into your build. You should have like a designated rule, right? Like you should be like, it's cool that they have these people that are like I'm the designator. Like I want to get chased. I want to be the one to unhook and like. I don't know, man. This is so fucking sweet. I'm enjoying this so much, dude.
Having roles in this type of game is amazing. That's that's the problem with base DbD, man. Like, sure, you have all these perks, but like, you obviously know what the objectively good shit is, and even trying to run anything outside of that. Like, if everybody else is already running the good shit, then there's no point. You're just like literally setting yourself back. But in this type of environment, we can get rid of the shit that is just obviously objectively busted, you know, in different situations against certain killers, and to make everything just overall more well-rounded, and it's absolutely great. Seeing this type of perk freedom and creativity is like, I mean, bro, like anybody who cares about, that type of thing, that should be an eye opener, because I mean, like, how is that not enjoyable? That's what a lot of people are under the illusion with in DbD in the first place when they get started. They see all these perks and they're like, whoa, I want to test builds, try them out, blah, 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 blah. But once you actually get into it, you realize, wow, like, there's really only a couple things that are truly that valuable, and it really sucks.
And it's like, why would you ever run these designated builds when you can just run all the best shit yourself, right? Like when you can't do that, when you can't just have every single survivor running all the best shit, it becomes more tactical. It becomes more like strategic about who does what and when. And man, it makes it so much more enjoyable, dude. I mean, honestly, I'm becoming more and more of a fan of Calm DbD as we cast this more and more. Honestly,
we're bodied. They hooked us. They baited us. Like they said, yeah, get these old streamer fucks. We got bodied. Like you got us.
Shit.
You got us.
I'm so excited for this next Nurse game, dude. Fuck me. What happened to me?
Same.
What happened to me, dude? I'm so excited for this. Fuck. All right. Well. Let's see how this goes. So we've heard a lot of talk about Nightlight's Nurse, so I think this should be a really good match. I'm hoping. So he basically, again, the way the format of this last one works is a little bit different than the rest, and all that matters is that he has to do better than their Nurse, essentially. Like he just has to score more points so that like the overall like Nurse match goes in their favor, and then it just puts a point on the board for their team, and then we disregard the whole score going into the next killer. So as long as he does better than their Nurse, then they're fine. If he does worse, then Jinx gets the point, and then we move on to the next killer, which is fucking sweet. I like that. I kind of dig this format too, because it's very like it's a bit less like you don't just get to like a huge deficit and then you're fucked, right? Like you, even if you have a bad game, you can still come back, which I think is really cool.
True.
Yeah, looks like the score is 15-12, but I think that Jinx's killer just got a 2K with 7 stages. So as long as he gets better than that, they will win this map and be up 1-0 in the series.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see, man. I guess we'll see what the Jinx survivors can bring, man. I mean, they've been doing really good. They were juicing some killers earlier, that's for sure. But again, Nurse is not necessarily a killer that you can, like. It's tough, man. It's tough to really give the juice into a good Nurse. Like you can do a little bit, but I think it's gonna come down more to like how tactical they are. You know what I mean? And like where they decide to go, and like who goes down and who goes down where, and like it's gonna come down a lot more to that than anything else, I think. So hopefully they got that figured out. Hopefully they have a good strategy in mind, and then we'll see.
I'm interested. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Like, it would be really crazy to see all these games be like even and actually go back to the good old faithful old twins, and to see the cuckening Oz over again.
I kind of hope we do. I hope it ends up being 2-2 and we end up going the way back. Also, oh my God, the webcams are frozen. How long have they been frozen?
Not like this.
It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. I don't know how long they've been frozen. We could have been frozen for the past 3 minutes for all I know.
Hey,
cool.
fuck it.
Yeah, we're fine. This is why you don't put me in charge of like technical stuff, because my lord, dude, it just never goes well. But we should be good now. And man, okay, everyone's getting in the lobby. They're probably gonna take a second to prepare their builds. They're probably gonna get everything ready. It's gonna take a minute because you know, again, this shit ain't easy. You know, you gotta plan around it. I mean, based on everything that like Justyn just said about those builds last game, that goes to show how much thought goes into everything, which is probably why it takes so long to like have stuff ready before games. So you guys are probably wondering, like, I'm sure some people in chat are probably wondering why there's such big downtimes in between matches. That's probably the main reason why, you know.
Yeah.
People have to like actually put together well thought out builds. People have like different rules, you know. People have strategies that they got to discuss and get out there. So
and plus after each game, you know, depending on how the games go, they truly have to adjust, you know, like really adjust what their overall game plan is, depending on the points they need or the points they lack.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 100% too. Yeah, that's also an important thing too, right? It's like, what's the win condition, right? Like, what exactly do you have to do to get the win? Because that's also important. That sways a lot of what you do in game, is knowing what you like, knowing like the bare minimum you have to do to win, or knowing like, you know, just how far you have to take it can change a lot of what you do in game as far as strategy. So,
exactly.
Man, I feel tense for these guys, dude. Fuck,
dude. I mean, this is it. Like, you either come in first or you come in fucking second.
Yeah,
it's rough, and these are the games where there's just so much more pressure because you truly have to play a lot better than you did in a lot of the other games because the killers aren't as good. Like, obviously, you know, it's still scary because you still don't want to play poorly, but you really can't afford to play poorly almost even once in a lot of these games, especially against something like the Twins. Hell, I'm interested to see how crazy this Spirit and Blight games are. Holy
dude,
shit.
I'm excited for the Blight games.
Holy shit.
I'm excited for the Blight games, dude. I want to see them. I want to see. Dude, I know Blight players have just been getting more and more cracked like every fucking day, dude. Like, since that killer's been released, I remember like on release, I was like, all right, Blights they're pretty crazy killer. Then like, so like every week I feel like I'm like, dude, what the fuck are Blight players doing now? Like, they're doing all kinds of crazy cracked out shit.
It's too much. Like, the amount of depth that killer has, like, you could just be the geometry god and you're just running around the map hitting everybody with a hypotenuse bop and they don't know what to do. Blight is insane, and like high level Blight, just bro, there's just so much to know. It's essentially like a, you know, it's like learning like collision with a hatchet, you know, like all the tips, the angles and all the possibilities. Same thing goes for Blight, and everything he can bounce off of, and how you know, him and his movement, like, it's just insane. It's actually insane when it's extremely calculated, and how impressive that is. Like, it truly is.
Yeah, I agree, and it's gonna be really cool to see it in like a competitive setting as well, where you know, obviously the survivors are gonna know to look out for them as well. So I don't know. Should be pretty neat. I'm pretty excited.
Fuck.
All right, it looks like everyone's ready except for one person now, so we're almost in. We're just kind of, I think they're just finalizing. It is interesting seeing all the items now too. Again, like, all this stuff was banned for everything else, but like, there's a toolbox here, there's a med kit, a flashlight. It's so cool to see, man.
Yeah, and a mix for those cool plays, like we were just seeing a flashlight burning the nurse. That's such a common strategy now.
Yeah.
Just to waste as much time as possible. It's usually the person who can have those perks at their disposal, like Dead Hard or something like that, to waste her time in case she turns around and goes, all right, I've had enough of you, I want to chase you. Well, now you're chasing the guy with Dead Hard and you're going to have a long chase. So just interesting to see how each survivor has something to make the game a little bit more complex for the nurse, considering how strong she is.
Yeah, for sure. I think it definitely adds a lot of depth to it. I think like plays like that flashlight play at the end, or not at the end, or in the middle of that last game, were just so fucking cool, and I think it adds so much. And you can even say, like, you can even go as far as like the locker plays too, right? Like, if the dude with the flashlight could have got the locker save on the guy that got pulled out, but there's so many little things that I feel like it adds as far as the depth of the gameplay. So it's cool that Nurse is a strong enough killer that we can like get away with that. You know what I mean? Which is sweet.
Just watching them freak out over us being frozen.
Oh yeah,
And in
yeah.
the time I was frozen, I was literally, it looks like I'm choking myself.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're just in
man.
there smiling. I'm just like,
Yeah.
absolutely terrible.
See, the fucking the people in chat are like, oh, someone contact Tofu. They don't realize that by the time you contact me, it's been 5 minutes and I've already fixed it. Goddamn Twitch chat! I swear to God. I swear to God. Oh, it sounds like it just got fixed now. 5 minutes ago.
Did. That's
Okay.
funny as well.
Okay, cool.
Oh God, good old heck. Fuck.
Just 5 minute delay things, you know. No biggie.
Uh,
No biggie. All right, we're almost in though.
this is, I mean, this is another intense game. Like, it's, you know, the odds are in the Nurse's favor, and especially with a Nurse at this skill level, like, I expect some pretty, you know, damn near perfect gameplay. Like, not you know, obviously they're human, but they're human that's taken a lot of time and spent a lot of time perfecting something like this. So
Yep.
it's to be expected. So this is going to be interesting. I'm interested to see what they try to avoid the cuckolding, because it would be very nice if they did. To help, like, get ahead this early on in this, you know, in this best of 5 or best of 3 would be fucking great. But here
Bro,
we go.
this guy, I feel like he came out of being AFK already so intense. Was that just me? The way he like moved right there, just like
Yes.
that was intense, dude. Holy fuck!
Dude.
I feel like he came out of like the rotation screen already, like whipping his mouse around like a psycho, dude. Oh my god, I'm already scared for the survivors.
I am
Jesus,
too,
dude.
man. Like, this just, oh, here we are. He already found scratch marks, so hopefully this leads him somewhere. He just saw them run around the corner. Is he gonna go ahead and blink? He's actually deciding to move forward. Here's the position.
He's waiting until he gets line of sight. This is really smart play. This is really
good fucking blink. Put them into position to where they had nowhere to go. They're behind the wall, and all it takes is one short blink to get behind there, and that requires some extreme. Ooh.
He looked down a little bit there to shorten his blink. Oh, dude, yeah.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
yeah.
he still made it.
Yeah, that was the max range second blink. Yep. This is the kind of shit I was hoping to see out of Nurse play, dude. This is so good. He made sure to position himself really good before that first blink or for the first hit, which was really smart. And then that second blink, he even like looked down a little bit to shorten his blink. And you know, just Nurse things, no big deal.
Yeah, sure. Going up. Ooh, interesting decision. Damn, found him right there. Look at that read on the positioning. That's just something you look for.
Yep. I think that was another one of those, like, trying to bait out the unhook by making it look like he's gonna blink somewhere else.
It was so good. Ooh, gets the blind, misses in one is what we heard it.
Yeah, he tried to get the hit even while he was blind, but he didn't quite get it. Oh,
ooh, slow blink down. Not gonna find anything.
That's gonna get him some distance. I think he's just gonna head over to the gen now and try to find out what's going on over here. Nothing.
Saw them healing though at the hook.
Yeah, but they did manage to get a good reset though. I mean, this is honestly not a bad start for the survivors. Like he got a good start with the hit and the down, but these guys have recovered pretty well. Like they're not in too bad of a spot right now.
There wasn't any sort of hesitation. They did exactly what they needed to do to get back into the game, but just found somebody around the rock and immediately gets the hit on the Nancy as soon as he fucking located her. Jesus, what's gonna happen here?
Yeah, he's gonna blow. Is she just sitting behind the wall? Yeah, she just sat behind that wall.
She's pretty touched. Like, that's it.
Yep.
Another down.
But see, like this is kind of what you got to do. Like I think they just accept that they're gonna die. Like he just ran to the outside of the map, but he did go right beside basement though. I'm gonna check real quick. He's not the one with DS. He's not the one with DS. He is the one with Dead Hard. Did he not get his Dead Hard off? Might have been like a lag thing with Nightlight being. Well, actually, actually, I don't know where Jinx is from, so I'm not 100% sure if it's a lag thing.
They're like from the Middle East, so ping is kind of a factor to Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he used it early or if he just didn't get it off, but
Yeah. It's hard to say. But either way, he's down in basement now. I mean, unhooking him will be at least a little. Like if they can get someone on borrowed time with him, they could maybe at least 1-for-1 because he'll probably be able to get out with Dead Hard, but hard to say. Oh, and there it is. Did he
let them save as well?
Yeah,
I think that was a deliverance, right?
Yeah,
or was that second one?
I guess so.
It was deliverance or a second win. Yeah, I'm not 100%. I don't even want to look away to see because there's gonna be so much action here.
Like, you know, someone leading in basement with them. I just went ahead and canceled it because the Nurse was there.
Tried to cancel the blink, but it wasn't around the corner yet. That was just really good positioning as far as like the Nurse. The Nia tried to make a play, but it just wasn't quite in the cards. So what are you gonna do? Although again, not in a horrible spot. They have 2 gens done. I mean, the pressure's being split up a bit. He's not really making it a point to like, you know, secure kills. Like he even had someone in basement and didn't secure it. He's kind of making it a point to just go around the map and get a lot of pressure, which is, you know, solid. He's doing an okay job.
Gotta remember, this is one map for winner take this map, so they only have so many stages that they can give up and so many kills that they can give up, so
yeah,
can't give up too much too soon.
Yeah, 100%. He has like a threshold that he basically, if he reaches, then it's just like the point's done. Basically, the point goes to his team. So I guess we'll see what it says. He might be trying to. Is he trying to hold this 3-gen here?
I think so, yeah.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like he's content with these 3 generators right here and this hook. Which feels like a pretty smart play. He can basically secure either a kill or a fuck ton of pressure on this hooked guy while also protecting these gens right here. And that's what he's gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick look at the guy on the hook to see what he has. Camaraderie. He has camaraderie, so that could be good for them to help get around this if they want to. So we'll see. When he goes into struggle, a survivor may come up and trigger camaraderie, and then maybe they'll try to get some more gen progress done. I mean, that's the only time their camaraderie will ever give value, so it's either now or don't use it at all. But it looks like Nightlight's just gonna bail. He's gonna try to get some more pressure out. I mean, he knows that they're probably just slamming out gens because what else can they do? What else can they be doing?
Even though he saw the trash marks, he still wasn't sure he's coming back with the hook at least.
Yeah. On his way back, he doesn't seem to really know what they're doing. I mean, fuck, I don't know what they're doing.
Me either.
Oh, they got a decent bit of progress on this gen too.
See how fast he can get this down. She's in a hall too, so
yeah, that's really smart of them to get some progress on that gen, because that's one of the 3 gens that he's trying to hold. So if they can get that done, that's gonna cut his strategy really hard. The dead hard comes in.
Got the dead hard, but if he gets this down, he just gets to go pop the gen again.
Yep. They did heal the guy that got unhooked almost instantly, and he's on death hook, so I don't have to worry about that. That was a good juke, dude. He went for the prediction when he shouldn't have. Man, that's unfortunate. I think it would have been better there to stay underneath and kind of like use your vision to like use the follow-up blink, but he went for the prediction and got punished a bit for it.
This is risky too. Like, he's chasing a survivor that hasn't been hooked yet, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
And he's chasing on the other side of the map. They just broke his regen. There's the end of the gens being done. I mean, he's got to secure 3 more stages and 2 kills in order to match the results. So this is going to be close.
Yeah, I think this is his second hook state, so.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Nia was running an endgame build with Wake Up, so
that door could open at any fucking second.
I mean, it looks like the gate is next to the hook and towards Shaq's side, but look for them to be the one getting that gate open.
Oh, shit, dude.
They're going to know he has no ed, so they might try to get that out of the way first. I mean, risky play here by Kate.
Yeah, this Kate's dead for sure.
She's just going to go down.
Yeah, she's 100% dead here. I think that's also a fresh hook too, right? No, actually, no. She's actually been hooked one time too. It's only Claudia that's a fresh hook, but this is also going to make it really hard to deal with this, right? Like, I don't think there's no one on the totem right now. Someone was opening a gate, another person got the unhook. But if they manage to
get this door open,
yeah, if they get that door open and leave, I think that'll be a win, right? Because that won't be 2 kills. I think that's
it. They're out.
I think that's a win. Yeah, that's a win.
I think they just did it.
Wow.
I think.
Wow, dude.
We'll have to get confirmation, but I think they just did it. It felt like such an odd match in terms of the flow. Like, he had so much pressure early, and they just kind of like slipped in and got the gens done towards the end and got out.
I think what happened is, I think he tried to play like he went for like I don't even know if I want to call it high risk, but he went for a play where he predicted that they were all going to be on like that far away gen while he was basically securing that guy on the hook, and he tried to blink over there to basically get like free hits and downs on them. But then they did something kind of unexpected, and they instead went into like the 3 gen and started working on that 1 gen. And I think that's where it all turned, because then he ended up coming back. The gen was at like 80%, and he was like, shit, you know. And I think it all came down to that one play. That was really ballsy of them to go into the 3 gen and actually like try to get that done while he had a guy hooked there. So that's crazy. Yeah, I'll wait for confirmation, but I think Jinx took game number 1. I think.
Yeah, he was pretty dominant early. It's just those last couple chases, he literally just didn't get those 2 downs on each time, and that literally cost him the entire game.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, dude. That's actually insane. I'm gonna be perfectly 100% transparent with you guys. I thought that I thought that was going to be a lot different. I thought Nightlight was probably just going to shit all over them. Like I did not expect them because again I hear a lot about Nightlight's nurse play, so I thought of all killers for like Jinx to get a point on Demise over, I didn't think it would be the nurse game, but if so, that's gotta be a good feeling for those guys because I'm sure that is a thing, right? I mean, Nightlight's kind of known for his nurse play, so them getting a point in the nurse game over them is gonna feel pretty good going forward as far as their chances to win. I feel like that's really cool. Good for them, man. Well, I should wait until we get confirmation. I don't want to. I could be saying all this and then it could be like a tie or something, or some weird shit could be going on. What does happen if it's a tie? Actually, that's a good question.
I'm pretty sure it'll just count as like a rollover to the 4th match, and it'll then basically become a best of 3, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not sure. So I think that's how it's usually done. Like we wouldn't replay this match.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
Okay, that makes sense. Man, intense, dude. And up next we have Spirit, right? I think is what you said. Is it go Nurse Spirit?
Yes. Right? Yep.
This is gonna be interesting, especially with the Spirit changes and everything. That tells you what, Justyn, let us have it, Mister fucking Doof Google.
I don't even know, like, has Spirit really even been like tried and tested much in comp since the changes? Like, I'm not even sure how much has happened in comp since then. I don't even know, like.
I think there's been really like 1 tournament she's been played in since she got changed. So, again, one of those killers that like there's not a lot of experience with the new Spirit, but it's more so like how impactful is it going to be for her as opposed to the survivors, right? Because she's still the same killer with the same power overall for the survivors, but like now they have more direct counterplay. And we have to see how, Spirit's going to deal with that, considering that the chases theoretically should be a little bit better. It looks like, actually, that Demise is going to win that map by 1 point because I think one of the survivors actually went to a second stage and Demise got Nightlight out. I believe it was fresh, so...
shit.
I think the hook stage, the hook states and who escaped actually made the difference there.
Oh no, I was talking up Jinx so much. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh man.
The premature.
I mean, still a great performance by Jinx though.
Oh yeah.
They almost literally tied the match considering the rough start that they had.
Yeah, for sure. That was a fantastic performance, man. I think it goes to show how good the whole set's gonna be. I think like it's gonna be a really. Hopefully they can keep putting up good numbers. I want them to take a couple games, and like I want them to go the whole 5 games. Honestly, that's what I want. I want to see them all.
But I think like at this level, it's probably to be expected where the killers are so strong. Like I think it's probably pretty realistic, just because it seems like like I don't know. Maybe I feel like the Spirit and the Black games are going to be the most chaotic, to be honest. It's hard to really say because like obviously they're strong, but they're not Nurse. They're not twins for sure.
Yeah.
Like their abilities are really good. But I think these games are going to probably be extremely fucking interesting because I honestly have no idea what to expect. I really don't.
Same. I really have no idea either. I'm fucking pumped to see it though. I'm guessing we're just gonna, from the looks of things, I think we're just gonna stay in lobby, and I think Nightlight's gonna just play killer first. For the Spirit, I think we're going to be following the ABBA system the whole way to the end. Except it's going to be ABBA is what it's going to be the whole way to the end, So hopefully that makes it a lot easier to like have the lobbies, not have too much downtime with getting everyone back in the lobby. Obviously they'll have to change all their builds and shit, but hopefully there won't be too much downtime, Yeah,
the ABBA system is great. We get to find out who is the dancing queen.
True.
Beautiful.
Oh,
these games, these are actually great, dude. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss this whenever this is over. I'm
Yeah.
actually going to miss this. I want this every day.
Agreed. Agreed.
This is my new dopamine.
Which again, like, I mean, I know this is a bit premature to be talking about this, but feel free, you guys, to like let me know your feedback on this. Like, I know that there's a lot of people in here, and I know that like, you know, I know that only like some of them are like my regular viewers, and a lot of them are coming from other places in the community. But like, let me know what you guys think, because this shit has been really fucking fun for me. And I would be totally down to do more. I mean, again, I feel like it's also not entirely up to me, though, because me and Ralph were also just kind of kicking back and doing the easy part here. Yeah. I feel like people don't really realize how much work's being put in behind the scenes by, like, the whole staff of the tournament. And I guess really more it would be up to those guys where they want to go through this shit again, because they have the hard job, not me. But if everybody was down to be doing it again, I would love to do this like a second time, because this shit's been so fun, so fun.
I agree. I'm assuming, you know, they're probably really discussing like what the fuck they're gonna do. Like it's a pretty even game, so
Yeah.
somebody obviously they want to try and get ahead, and I'm interested to see what they've come up with for Spirit and Blood, especially Spirit after all these changes. Like what map is Spirit even playing on?
Yeah, but I was gonna say we haven't even really discussed that, but Spirit is gonna be played on Wrecker's Yard, standard map for her. This she's such an interesting killer, because when she had like she's also gone through this kind of you know, evolution of balancing, where last year she was allowed like green add-ons, which are absolutely nuts. Well, they were nuts before they got changed, like speed duration add-ons. She's not allowed iridescent add-ons. She's not allowed very rare purple add-ons. So she is pretty much locked into yellow speed and duration, which are obviously, you know, the best options from that point of view. She's also not allowed No Way Out, and she is, for the survivors, they're not allowed Iron Will. So not that direct counterplay for Iron Will there. Also no poise, no self-preservation, and no shadow step, in addition to all of the general balancing perks. But they are allowed to have the 4 items like we just saw on Nurse, so makes for some interesting plays, you know, for a firecracker burning her out of her phase, a flashlight burning her out of her phase. Obviously the med kit and the toolbox help with resetting and gen efficiency as well. So we'll have to see how the new iteration of Spirit does here, with her having directional phasing and her definitely being a little different than she used to be. But
we're doing Blight next, by the way.
Blight? Oh.
No, it is Blight. Okay.
So we've been talking about all this shit for nothing then, huh?
The old switcheroo. Go ahead, Justyn, hit us with the Blight info.
I was wondering why it got put on Azrael's resting place. I was like, what the fuck?
Scratch that. I thought we were doing Spirit as well. Blight is, he's also pretty straightforward. Honestly, he does no way out is banned on him. No, there's no alchemist ring. You guys don't have to worry about that. He's just, you're going to see either double speed, or you're going to see Blighted Crow, I believe it is, with the Compound 21 is the other pretty popular choice that Blights go for. Same goes for the survivors are allowed the 4 common items. The only perk that's banned for the survivors, other than the general balancing, is Distortion. But other than that, everything is pretty fair game. So you can kind of get those unique builds with the designated kind of roles, if you want to call it, where people can play a little bit more aggressive. Again, Blight's one of those killers that's going to have some pretty fast chases, because he is definitely, especially with those double speed add-ons, he can cover a lot of ground and really get you before you make it to another tile. Just gives the survivors a little bit more breathing room, having perks like Deliverance or something of that nature at their disposal.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've seen some fucking crack Blights, and I think it's gonna be, in my opinion, I think it's probably the killer I'm most excited to see in these settings. Like I was pumped about Nurse, but I feel like I already know what to expect from Nurse, right? Like I feel like Nurse isn't gonna do anything other than what I expect. She's gonna blink on people and kill them, right? Like it's still impressive to see how they do it, but like I know what's coming. Whereas with Blight, I feel like we might see some wild shit.
Exactly.
That might really like actually get me fucking crazy and hyped. So I'm fucking pumped. I'm pumped to see this. I think this is the killer I'm the most excited for.
The outplaying and you know the it's a bit more linear with Nurse, but with Blight's ability, like you said, like there's plenty of interesting ways to go about doing things just because of how he works. And I like you, I would love to see some just absolute nasty nonsense that literally nobody could ever expect. Like, I mean, just the power, like, just the way he works, man. Like, we could see something crazy. We truly fucking could, and I'm 100% about it.
Yep, same. Azerov's is a pretty interesting map too, because again, there's like the 3 gem, but then it's also a big map, but I feel like that doesn't even affect Blight that much because he has so much mobility.
His standard map that he's typically played on is Suffocation Pit, and he is brutal on that map. Like if he gets a 4 gen, like he is holding it down, and there's nothing you can do about it, especially when he's getting people down fast. Like he's one of those killers, similarly to Twins, but completely different way of getting there. Like, if he takes control early, he could like 4K very, very fast, especially knowing that there's only the threat of like one unbreakable and no soul guard or anything like that. Like, he'll just start slugging people and the match is over just like that.
Yeah, it feels like that's probably the case. Yeah. I'm just kind of curious. I know that they probably wouldn't run it anyway because I know you understand the meta more than me. But are all like certain rarities banned? I know you said no alchemist ring. Is there any ultra rares?
Yeah, his ultra rares are not allowed. Those
okay,
those are pretty OP add-ons, if you ask me.
Yeah,
no ultra rare, no alchemist ring. He has allowed his other purple add-ons though, which you can get creative with, but obviously not really as effective as speed or compound 21.
Yeah, compound 33 is fucking stupid. So I was wondering if it was allowed and people just weren't like fucking around with it, because I was gonna be like to let them know. But yeah, I'm sure they know. I'm sure they're aware of how broken it is, honestly.
Yeah. Also, in terms of build, you can also get a little creative with Blight here. Some people go for like the Thanatophobia pop route. Some people like Tinkerer on him. Definitely though, Corrupt, and you can, I mean, I'd be shocked if these guys aren't running Ruin. I think they're going to stick to safer builds, but obviously with a killer like Blight who has so much mobility and can pressure so much, you know, perks like Thanatophobia, and if you know you're going to be getting downs, pop kind of makes sense for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're in game.
Here we go.
We are in game. Let's get on them. All right. I mean, yeah, build makes sense to me. Let's see how he plays it. He does have double speed add-ons, by the way. So he's gonna be a speedy boy. He gonna be real fast.
The zoomer.
True. Ooh, he saw that clotted or at least I think he saw him. I
thought I saw him as well, right there at the front of the bus.
Yeah, he might just be ignoring him because bus, you know, bus is fucking insane.
And probably just to try and look around a little bit to get a general idea.
It was a Nia.
Falcon. Oh, who the fuck?
I just saw a brown jacket. All right.
Interesting. Immediately running down to check the gen.
Gonna leave him. Yeah, just gonna go back and check on the gens. Hey.
Found somebody.
Yeah. I guess the right play. I mean, if you would have committed, this gen probably would have been completely done. So, pretty smart. Pretty smart of him to do.
Ooh, good maneuver. And she makes it over.
Yep.
But he gave her potentially, was it a better way to run this one? No?
Probably a worse way. I think he zoned her probably the best way he could, but there's really only so much you can do here. He's going to use his speed to go harass more.
God, it's a fast fucker, bro. Holy shit. Almost trying to get hit there.
He got a couple pals down though, you know. I think at the end of the day, I think that's a W. Like I think he's cool with the fact that he got a couple of pallets thrown, and he's like, cool, we don't have to worry about them later, and now we can, you know, come back here and do the same thing here.
But the Ruin is gone. He still hasn't found her down yet. He finally gets a hit.
Yeah, gets a hit by bouncing off that tree. Like this is a lot of environmental stuff around it, so it's really easy for Blight to like take advantage here and get some good stuff.
I think he might not mind actually leading this up, trying to look for, you know, some sort of hypotenuse bob to hit him with.
He did some cracked out hug tech shit there to break its collision, but
the wall is just gone immediately, and fuck.
Yeah, this Nia's doing a pretty good job at doing a pretty good job of staying alive.
Ooh, good.
Weird hitbox.
But he gets to come right back. Can he bounce out? No, the car's sliding on the car, but he doesn't even make it to that wall. That was so fucking unfortunate.
Yeah, this Nia's actually doing a good job of running him, man. He's taking a while to get much done. They're probably gonna get some gens done. There's another pallet gone, but she's staying alive. This is there's the gens. Probably gonna get some more popping here soon.
Yeah, but I mean, they're wasting time, but when it comes down to it later in the game, they don't have many resources actually used to avoid these hits going forward. That was such good movement from the Nia. Holy
that was such
shit.
a good juke. That's what gets me every time I play Blight. That makes me so mad.
Breaking another pallet. Yeah, it doesn't like all she has is windows at this point.
Yeah, he has so much to bounce off of here, but still, there's just so much for him to go around. Dude, this Nia is doing such a good job of staying alive here. Like, he just can't get anything going.
He should. I mean, this should be like, unless maybe she has dead hard. No.
Man, that was a 3-gen chase though. Like, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he committed that hard on her, and then when he did, I'm surprised that she lasted that long. That was really, really good. Although I think they got a regen done on that side of the map.
Yep. Exactly what I was just about to say. This is the crucial moment in the game right now, with all those pallets being gone and his corrupt spawning over here. He knows he has a 4-gen actually on this side.
Yeah.
Natophobia and Pop still in play. So he's got plenty of control as long as he kind of holds the side down.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
they're good.
even though that was a good run, I think he might have just been setting himself up for this situation. That's exactly what he's been doing, because he managed to pop that gen. Even if that gen gets done, it's not even like it's the end of the world, because he literally has a 4-gen, so he has like a 1-gen buffer that he can give up if he needs to. And
that was really good from Nia. She did the proper thing and just waited in the in the middle of that building to ensure she got the window if you know he came back through.
Yeah, this Nia is playing smart. I say that right as she dies because, you know, Cassie's cursed, but she's,
I mean,
regardless, she's still playing really smart. Like, she's doing a really good job of this. No DS, so that'll be her second stage. Here's the problem, though. They got that gen done, so that's good. I was gonna say if they don't get at least one of these gens done, they're just gonna keep getting hit with Pop over and over again. But they managed to get 1 done, so now it's down to 3, which they could do. It's gonna be hard. He's so fucking mobile that it's gonna be really hard to do, but it's possible.
They need to have someone play really aggro on the save here and make him decide if he wants to tunnel out or if he wants to pressure gens. That's what the survivors need to be thinking about right now.
Yeah.
Bound the Claudette, but Sprint Burst saving the fucking day.
He's gonna be coming back for the unhook. No one's even there. They're on this gen. Man. Ooh, almost gets the hit, but not quite. They should buy them some time. Somebody should be. I imagine someone will probably be getting the unhook relatively soon. Maybe. Is that?
No, I think his struggle bar is paused, and that's why someone ran close to him.
Yep, camaraderie.
Yep.
Camaraderie.
Wasting so much time and expect the gen to pop soon.
Yeah. So this is just buying a lot of. That's the power of camaraderie right there. Like, look at him, dude. It's fucking. He's been in struggle. He's been on that hook for so long. Like, that's his second hook stage. It's not like he got put on there with a full bar. Like, he's just been sitting there for so long, dude. It's crazy to see. Camaraderie's just now wearing off, though. He's just starting to go down, so they're gonna come in for the save.
Assuming that BT, yeah.
Yeah, with BT. This puts him in a weird spot, though, because like they're definitely working on gens, right? Yeah,
exactly.
There it is. It pops. So good from the survivors, man.
Very well played.
Almost perfect.
Man.
It was just too slow.
And you can see they're feeling it too.
Yeah, they're definitely feeling it.
They know they're doing well. Look at that. Look at someone already on the gate. They got to chase.
Oh, that gate's open too, dude.
And this door, she's not injured. This door is going to open most likely, and she might.
Oh, she's gonna go down for it though. She's also a fresh hook, I believe. Is that a fresh hook? I believe that's a fresh hook. So that's definitely not ideal. But yeah. That's
they need to play the smart now though. They can't get forced out because she's hooked right on the gate. They could really go for the save here.
Yeah, this definitely feels like a possible save to get as long as they play smart. The problem is it's that Nightlight's also smart, so they gotta reset, which is gonna be hard because he's gonna be expecting that, right? He's gonna be expecting them to reset. So if he can catch them off resetting, it might not end up being good. He sees a couple here, but there's still one missing.
They'll be patient here. They have plenty of time. They need to make sure that everyone is healthy and that they go for a 3-man.
Yeah.
They should be fine.
Super smart of them to not have everybody there, because if all 3 survivors were there, he would know that he can run over and get hits. So the fact that they leave, yeah, the fact that one person's hiding right now, like even just like knowing to do that, it's so smart, dude. It goes to show like the level of coordination with these teams, dude. Like the fact that they hide a player and they're like, here, as long as he doesn't see you, he won't be able to like fully commit. And now there's no way he gets this. Like I don't.
Yeah, his only real chance is if he gets a grab, and just like that, they're out. Like there's nothing he can do there. That's guaranteed borrow time. He knows it too.
Dude, what a fucking performance from Jinx, man. Wow.
And honestly, like what a way to compose themselves, being down around and just coming back right after they lost that nurse round and playing that well.
Dude, yeah. This Jinx team is fucking impressive, dude. Holy. They were playing very, very well. My God, that was such a good round.
It seems like they actually meant something when fuck. Like
these are the fucking guys that woke up late and had to download the Doctor DLC, dude. That's this fucking team. The team that had to download Doctor to fucking play the first round.
This is actually insane.
We were worried they were gonna get fucking DQ'd, and now look at them, dude. God damn, that's crazy. Dude, that's so fucking cool. These guys are doing so well. That was a 4-man out with 3 hook states, right? Like that's
against Blight, by the way.
Yeah, right.
With all those pallets gone, and you know, all the 4-gen and RNG luck on his side, they still managed to do that.
Yeah, that is fucking nuts. They got to be super happy for that performance. I mean, again, it's not over yet. There's a chance that, you know, we could flip flop and Demise's survivors can end up, you know, getting the same or better result. But that's definitely a hard thing to live up to. That's
that's the last thing I would expect from the survivors on Demise. To be honest, like I expect them to truly play just as well, and then that's gonna make it even more interesting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this should be very, very interesting. I agree. Oh man, this is fucking tense, dude. God,
this is crazy.
I'm loving this, dude. There's so many, like, I love all the little like fucking little things that like go into it that like man, like even right there at the end, like them resetting, but then like hiding a player is like, dude, it's just so smart. Like so many little things about the game that I would never think of, like not having watched this, you know?
No, fuck no. I honestly, like, I truly fucking wouldn't have actually realized that. Like, I wouldn't have, and that was so smart. The door was open. If he let, you know, if they gave him the security of knowing that all three are on that side, then he had nothing to worry about whatsoever. But that forced him to actively check on that side because the door is open. All it takes is one quick save whenever he's out of position. Even though he has the speed, he still has to actually even bounce in the first fucking place and make it over there. And plus, it's going to be a healthy survivor that was the one that wasn't seen. So it's actually insane. It truly is insane. The fact that they realize that just shows like this is why they're where they are today. Like this is why they're in the finals. Like they know what the fuck is good. They know how to play the game, and it's impressive. It truly is impressive.
Yeah, it's really cool to see, man. It's really, really cool to see. It makes me even more pumped to watch these other games, dude. I wanted to go the distance, man. I want to see all 5 because this is
absolutely
cool.
This is experiencing this is
also
great.
Also, to be fair, we haven't seen Jinx go against twins, right? Because that's been a big thing we've been talking about is watching people play twins. They didn't play against them. They had the game where they basically dominated them, and then they just didn't even play out the last one, and we cut to the next one. So we have not seen them play against twins yet. So I really do hope it goes the full distance. I want to see both of these teams play against all these survivors. I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say, though, after watching that match, that we don't have to wonder about whether they're going to be coordinated or not. It's just a matter of, are they going to make the same mistakes that we've seen other teams making versus twins that's allowed them to snowball with such good results?
Yeah, yep, 100%. They're definitely coordinated. They're definitely able, that's for sure, because, my God, that was fucking good. That was a good performance.
Jeez.
It's crazy to think, too, like, I understand what that Claude was doing, and she got the door open, but like they could have even avoided that hook stage at the end when she got hit on the gate. Like if she just ran early, there's a good chance like the other door was going to be open. One of them comes and takes a hit, or someone else opens up the gate and she takes a hit, and they're all out. Like that could have been even better than what we just saw.
Yeah,
like,
true.
It's just crazy to think about.
Yeah, it honestly could have been a 2-hook and 4-man out. Honestly, it wasn't that far fetched. So, yeah, that's fucking wild, man. That is super, super wild to see, especially because like I really did expect Blight to be a lot more. Like, would you say like the average Blight result is like better than that? I would expect Blight to perform a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because I've played alongside and against such great Blight players, even Nightlight being one of them. We just had an unlucky game there, but average results for like a map like Suffolk Pit or a map like Azaral's Resting Place is really, you're looking at like a 2K with 8-9 stages, maybe more, like maybe even a 3K on average. Like Blight is just such an efficient killer in chase, and he's got so much. I mean, we were seeing him literally make it from one side of the map to the other in like 4 rushes, not even using all 5 of them. That's how much ground he can cover with one single, set of charges that he has. And it's just crazy to think that, he has that much efficiency in chase, that much map pressure. Just an unfortunate game there from Nightlight, but credit to the survivors. I mean, that Nia really carried basically the first out of 3-4 gens, and it was
that
just
chase.
too much to come back from.
Yeah, that first initial chase was so good. I mean, there was clearly like a couple slip ups too, where he would like miss a collision and then bounce, and you can kind of see like the frustration we would like nod his head because yeah, everyone knows that feeling, right? Everyone knows the feeling of when you're playing Blight and you like miss a collision and fly out of nowhere and you're like fuck. But so like it was definitely like, a slight bit of misplay, but also just like fantastic play from the survivors too. So
yeah. Absolutely.
Like God, man, just crazy to see.
Yeah, fuck.
Yep.
It's hard to say a lot about these games because they're actually just insane.
Yeah, they speak for themselves, dude. They're so good.
They're actually just insane.
We're back on Boy as killer. He was the one who bought the Doctor DLC, the Doctor Prodigy, having never even owned the DLC.
I have all the confidence in the world, with him on this one then, because I'm assuming he didn't have to buy this one. He was actually fucking prepared.
Imagine him playing a killer that he already owned, dude. Imagine what he can do.
The power, El Hugo inside, clearly.
He's gonna channel all the fucking El Hugo now, dude. Also, what is this? Wait, what's this like Feng Min in armored skin?
That's the new Rift has that skin in it. It's like some I don't know what it's called, but it looks like some cyborg thing. I don't know what's going on.
I'm just gonna. Dude, like, you guys see this shit? That is kind of cool looking. I haven't like actually taken a good look at it yet, but that is actually kind of sick. I like that a lot. All right, anyway, sorry, I said to show stream, but that's a cool skin, man. I gotta go take a look at that. I'm gonna be real. I am guilty of never looking at the Rift skins until like way too late. Like I know a Rift comes out, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll just get it, whatever. And then like later on, people are like, yo, do you have the skin? And I'm like, what skin? And I gotta like go through and look at them. I'm so bad with that shit, man.
I'm assuming Ed's game crashed or something.
Yeah, he left the lobby just now. He'll probably be, this happened last time too in the last group. He backed out at the last second. So I'm not sure if maybe something's wrong with this game. Yeah.
God. It literally only gets better.
Yep.
I can't.
This is getting real. This is getting real interesting. I know like as a caster you should probably be like unbiased or whatever, but I'm hoping that Jinx takes this. That way we can guarantee get at least like a 4th round as far as like the best 3 out of 5. Who do we know the order? It's like Nurse, Blight, and then I think Spirit, and then who's 4th? Would it be Twins?
Yeah, Twins. And then if it goes to a game 5, then I think the 2 teams will pick one of the 4.
Okay.
We're gonna do a coin flip, and then whoever wins the coin flip decides which killer will be the 5th killer.
Should have been a Hunter's game automatically.
True. That would have been fun.
Should have just been a Hunter's game.
Is it? Do they choose between like the 4 from the finals?
These 4, yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down with seeing fucking any of them again, to be honest with you. So that's cool with me.
Yeah, expect a very safe build here from whoever's playing Blight for Jinx, because they know, like, with that result, all they have to do is secure 3 stages and a kill, and that's a win for them. So
yeah, so they can really just camp it out of death and basically.
Yeah, I mean, Noed's not really the greatest pick on him because he uses his power in rushing, and it doesn't apply to his rushes. But that could be the difference between getting a secured win if you have a rough early and mid game. So I'm expecting something like Corrupt, Ruin, Pop, Noed, just a very safe, straightforward build for a strong killer. Even if your Ruin goes, you're likely to get downs pretty quickly and be able to use Pop and hold the 3 or 4 gen on a map like Azerov's Resting Place. And then if all things go to hell, then at least you have Noed to rely on at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Be the difference maker.
Yeah, I definitely think the fact that they know that they don't really need too crazy of a result definitely might play a big role in how they play as well, right? Like I think as far as like your strategy goes, like if you have a chance to just secure 1 kill, and like there's definitely been a lot of situations in a lot of different games tonight where someone has an opportunity to all but secure a kill, but then they go for like a little bit more of a risky play to try to make more happen. Whereas in a situation like this, you don't need to, like you don't you don't really need to do it. You could just take your 1 kill and be like, hey, easy W, So I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll also see how well these guys can just like, because I mean, again, it's not like Blight is one of those killers where it's like a guaranteed down. Like, I mean, we saw Mads. I think it was Mads did a really good job of looping that last game. So I'm curious to see if like something like that'll happen this game. Like maybe the killer will struggle to even get a down if they can play well enough.
Yeah. It just, I mean, I don't know. I feel like he kept going for bounces and they didn't really lead anywhere. And like, you know, his chases. It was just rough. Like they wasted a lot of pallets, but it really didn't matter. They slammed out the gens, and then he kept on, even after the pallets were gone on that side where Nia was. Like she kept finding a little bit of value just to waste a little bit more time. And I don't know. This is rough. It doesn't take much for them to just make this a win, as long as this Black like does what he needs to do.
Yeah. Big thing here for the killer is understand your spawns, know where you're going to find survivors, and then really try to get that person down as quickly as possible, because, you know, the longer you're stuck chasing them, you don't want to focus too much on one chase because you're going to look up and all the gens are done. For the survivors, you really need to focus on not getting found immediately, make him waste as much as time going back and forth across the map without finding someone. I mean, it's easier said than done on a map that's as open as Azeroth's resting place. But also, you want to make sure that whoever is the most confident in chase and whoever might have the best build, you know, Dead Hard, another good perk against Blight if you know how to use it. Maybe have that person be the one who gets found as opposed to anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, dude. Hopefully, we see some cool strategies like this. Dude, I'm fucking pumped. I'm just pumped for some fucking good games, man. I'm so excited. Let's see. I'm curious to see if he'll do anything like interesting with his build, or if he's just gonna go for like the standard, as far as like the actual Blight.
I think what Justin said is probably the biggest factor. He's probably doing something super safe. I mean, he knows what he needs. It's not that much, so he just needs to try and guarantee that. And the safe bet would probably be the best bet.
Yeah. I mean, that looks to be pretty much it, yeah. Oh god, oh god.
What the fuck was that?
Okay,
look at that weird, like what the hell is going on?
He's just nodders, dude. He's just doing nodders while he's
the
rushing.
Old nodders tech.
Yeah, the old rushing while nodders. Classic.
Oh man, look at this RNG. The 3 corrupt spawn down here on the shack side and a 4th gen. He can pretty much play either side here.
Yeah, and he has basement here too, so like that's.
Ooh, he didn't want that tire, I don't believe. I think he wanted to bounce off the truck and try to go in and get the Nancy.
Oh, Compound 21, by the way. I didn't even mention that, but he has Bladed Rat and Compound or Bladed Crow, or whichever one the better one is, and Compound 21. So that's kind of cool. He'll be able to see the auras when he bounces near. He does lose his ruin pretty quickly though. That's a bit sadder for him, but I think he'll still be okay.
Now finding another easy bounce. And
he knows where he is though.
Ooh,
and yeah,
found the hit though.
Yeah, he can get that cheeky hit around that corner, take advantage of that hitbox.
Getting some time with the pallet, but like fast as hell, he can catch right up. Another one, but
see,
he
this
still has
is
a lot of charges, so he can just immediately bounce again and catch up. And
oh, that's right beside basement too.
This is not good.
Yeah, he'll be able to hook her. He'll be able to get pop. He'll probably be able to make it back to that gen in time. He's not even gonna basement her. I honestly thought he might carry the whole way to basement, but he might also be worried about body blocks. So he takes the hook, he gets the pop. He still does have a bunch of gens down here. And again, he doesn't. I was gonna say he doesn't need like a crazy result too. So that's an important thing to keep in mind,
like,
you know.
He just got the fastest hook possible to try and get to keep up the pressure. Like he had so much time. There's no gens done. Like yeah.
We'll see. He has someone at this loop. He's not really like. It's interesting because I thought it might just come down to him just like hard camping a guy just to try to secure the win, but he's not even doing that. He's getting out there. He's getting out there and applying pressure to other people. You know, he's trying to get more.
He should find a hit here.
Yeah, gets a hit there for sure. No way in fuck she makes it to that tile in time. He's kind of his corrupt is gone now, so I'm kind of wondering if he's gonna bail from this or if he's just gonna stay down here.
He should find it down. She doesn't really have anything good movement there, but
yeah,
there it is.
Yep, gets it down. Also, did GPU gonna struggle? I couldn't tell. It was really close. I'm gonna do a quick.
Looks like he has one hook state right now.
Yeah, so one hook state. They got him right before struggle, which is really good on Demise's part. But 2 gens done. I think all 4 of those gens are still down there. Yeah, he still has the 4 gen set up down there, so still really strong.
Yeah, he has the luxury of not even having to like really worry about protecting gens. He just needs to stay aggressive and keep finding people and get as many hooks as quickly as possible, because you know he only needs 3 here.
Yep.
Oh, an early swing that
goes for a
really
Narnia
bad
swing.
miscalculation. Buying him some more time and probably going back into something. She doesn't really have much here. Like this is such a
beautiful,
good
fucking
read.
dude.
Beautiful
God damn.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This has got to be a deliverance, we think, if he's playing that aggro on the save as well.
Yeah, you would think. We can take a quick peek and see just to be sure.
No.
Maybe not.
No, it's actually GPU that has deliverance. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. GPU went down first. That's not the guy you want getting chased.
Yeah, that's so deliverance basically dead perk now. It's unfortunate.
Seemed to just be like, you know, unfortunate positioning and just having to commit to try and not waste any more time and just actually getting shit done and allowing them to continue work, like making progress on gens.
And already
they can't afford it.
I mean, already all he has to do is make them uncomfortable and keep them on their toes, right? He needs one more hook stage and that's it. He just needs to keep finding them out of position. We'll get the resources out of the way and get that down.
Be spending a lot of time here looking for somebody.
Yeah.
He still has a lot of time as well. Like, all he needs is one more.
Yep. I feel like he's just doing whatever he wants now. Like it feels like the win is basically already like, unless something crazy happens, it feels like the win's already pretty much there. So he's just kind of feels like he's just fragging now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was basically just waiting for the unhook so he can come back and win the game essentially.
Yeah.
Well, I believe Claude she didn't have DS, did she?
She does. She has DS Unbreakable, if I'm not mistaken. He needs to be careful and not really play too much into this.
This actually, I was talking about him fragging, but this actually could be bad for him if it
finds the fucking hit, man.
He's just, he's doing such a good job of getting these hits, though.
As we'll see if he. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to try to just wait it out and play it safe. But
there's the DS.
Oh boy, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see now. I mean, he's been doing such a good job of getting these downs, though. So like, okay.
Locker.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That's death. Yeah, that's death. Is there a pallet there? No, that's death.
Jeez, I mean, that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
That should be basically it. Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, we're probably not gonna see a pretty crazy result here overall, but I mean, just doing what he needs to do and playing safe.
Yeah, I mean, hey, getting the fucking win for his team. You gotta do what you gotta do. There's all the gens done, so I mean, like Demise did pretty well, all things considered. Like, you know, strategically, like they had good gen pressure, they got a lot done, but this wasn't quite enough, you know. To be fair though, they needed like a basically god performance here on Survivor to actually get the point. Like it was a pretty tough task to ask. So looks like he might try to get Ed dead just, you know, to do it, because might as well get the kill just to secure it. Yep, gonna get the down there.
Man.
Yeah, he's pretty crack out at Blight. You can tell this man's
like very consistent. Like he didn't really struggle with any sort of fucking bounce, like and getting a hit. He always made the right decision. That was actually very decent.
Yeah, that was super good, dude. Very good Blight play. And Jinx gets a point, so it's 1-1. It's even now. So one point for Demise, 1 point for Jinx. Going into the Spirit games, I believe.
Looks like we're gonna be seeing some twins as well.
Oh god, it all comes down. I can't not like this. That's it's fuck.
Oh man, I'm excited. I am excited.
This is rough. Like, it actually literally comes down to playing perfect again against the twins, which is so. It's just not that reasonable, just because of everything the twins are capable of, and it's interesting. I'm still interested to see, like, you know, if these spirit games are going to be like extremely one-sided, or how they're going to work out now, especially after all the spirit changes. Like, there's a lot of good quality of life changes to spirit that make her more reasonable to play against, and add actual counterplay. So I want to see if it, how much it comes in handy.
Yeah, same. I'm kind of curious because I honestly I had a bit of a theory that Spirit might honestly get kind of dookie once survivors get used to her new changes, but I also don't really know how much people have practiced and gotten used to it yet, right?
I mean, yeah, it's just a big question.
Yeah, I feel for instance, the play we see now, I bet will be very, very different from the play we see in maybe 3 months when people have more time to practice against her. So I'm curious. It feels like it's all still kind of new, so I feel like anything really could happen. And also, maybe some people practiced it more than others. So, maybe one team is a bit more experienced against New Spirit. Maybe they found out some shit. This is kind of one of those openings to, I feel like when anything like this is new, this is kind of what we were talking about with Pinhead, too. I feel like when anything like this is, new to the game, it kind of, leaves, I feel like, a window for, one team to have, a potential huge edge over another team if they, maybe find some strats that maybe are undiscovered yet or, figure out something that other people haven't figured out. So
exactly.
I'm curious if there's going to be something like that plays a role here, or if it's just going to be same old, and it's just Spirit shitting on people. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Possibly.
It's I mean, it's gonna be interesting because, like I was saying earlier, just to reiterate, I know we got a little ahead of ourselves because we mixed up the killer order for the finals, but she's gone through this interesting kind of change of meta kind of just strategy for and against her, right? So like I was saying before, she used to have green add-ons allowed, which made her so oppressive, not only with chases, having that duration and speed to help you out to catch up survivors in phase, but also the extra added map pressure. And she's always been played pretty much on Wrecker's Yard, which is oh man, it is home sweet home for her. She just excels on that map. I don't know, but it could be very different now with the directional phasing, because like I said, it's easier for the survivors to have a little bit more direct counterplay, and maybe that'll make the difference in having long chases. But literally, her expected results with a good Spirit back in the day, as before her change, was 4K endgame is the worst you can do, or that's considered a bad game.
So now,
yeah, go ahead.
With Wrecker's Yard, is it the same concept as the strength of basement? Is that I can imagine that's actively used with Spirit as well, just being able to freely anytime she's in a chase, she can actively go back in phasing and punish any sort of basement play that happens just because the position of that basement is so ideal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a factor on a map like Wrecker's Yard, that centralized basement, pretty much for any killer, but especially with her being able to even go pressure someone off a gen, hit them, right? And then phase right back to basement before maybe someone even gets a save. It's just, she's just got so much pressure because of that movement speed that she has while she's phasing. And honestly, I'm curious to see obviously Demise is a very good survivor team, and I don't know how it's going to go, but this is really the first time that me personally, I'm going to be able to, witness a good team going against the New Spirit. So I'm not even sure what to really expect here, but
so we're all in this boat together, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just buckling in and don't know where we're going, huh?
Yeah.
We're going to figure that shit out. Yeah, I'm so curious, man. I really do feel like you can go either way. I feel like I honestly do deep down believe there is a chance that Spirit, both Spirit players might just get shit on. I think they might just they might struggle really, really hard. I found again, I know this isn't a good judgment for it, but I found that just finding Spirits in random pub games, it's been so much easier to play around them, man.
Yeah.
You get to a pallet, you can literally just sit on one side of the pallet and you know where she's coming from. It's nuts. You have so much more information. So on a comp level, I imagine a competitive level survivor will be able to make even more use of that, right? Than my dumbass who's reading chat and barely paying attention, right? I imagine someone that's as good as these guys are going to be able to really, really use that, and maybe just leader on long ass chases. I don't know, hard to say.
True. Justyn, do you have any idea or assumption as to what add-ons they're going to use out of what's available?
Yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed yellow speed and duration. That's I mean, I'll just say it again because we said it earlier and it's been a while, but no ultra rare add-ons allowed, no purple add-ons allowed, and no green add-ons allowed. So that being said, there's no, Some people run activation charge where the ribbon where you can go into phase faster, but I personally don't think that is really worth it on her. This extra movement speed and the extra duration of your phasing is just too important to cover that map distance. And also, if you make a slight hesitation in your phase, it might be the difference between you getting a down and not.
I would argue now with like the directional sound, I think the extra speed is even more. Is there like a gray speed add-on? Because I would say maybe even double stacking speed.
Yeah,
I would say double stacking speed might even be best now, because I feel like a lot of it's going to come down to like faking one way and coming back another way while in phase, since they kind of know the direction they're coming from. I wouldn't be surprised if people ran like double speed instead of speed duration even, but.
Only other thing that I would point out here is same thing with Nurse. These killers can get creative with a killer like Spirit. If she's rolling, she's going to be getting people down, and it's going to be the same thing as Nurse. Like, it's just going to be people constantly running off gens, people constantly having to go for pickups or unhooks. You know, you might see a Devour, you might see some perk that you're not expecting, but based on how these games are going, I would assume that these killers are probably going to play it safe. So probably that Corrupt Ruin Pop no ed, considering no way out is not allowed, but let's see.
Here we go.
Yeah. Well, pretty good. Oh, wait. Well.
I think we were on the wrong map, right?
Yeah, it looked like Ironworks or something, yeah. that did not look correct.
Oh, fuck.
Hopefully we don't lose everyone's builds, so we don't have to wait for another, like, fucking 20 minutes or anything.
Oh,
but...
please, God, not like that.
I know, right? Everyone's staying in lobby, so I think everything should be saved.
Yeah,
I think we can probably just go back.
Hey, welcome to the Doof tournament, folks. We're just doofing.
I mean, honestly, dude, if anything was ever on my channel and it wasn't at least a little scuffed, I think people would be concerned, so it's fine.
I respect that.
It's fine.
I respect that.
I said it before. I think scuffed is basically my brand at this point, you know? Like,
it's not a bad brand. It's not,
yeah,
it's real. It's human.
Yeah, it's real. It's human, and it means that I have to put less effort towards it, which is just a win-win on both sides, you know?
Which is even more human.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so you guys know, the survivors are allowed to change their perks. The killer is not, and we're doing a -2 point penalty for that.
Unfortunate, but part of the rules.
Yeah.
So why the penalty for the wrong map on them?
Because the killer can see the survivor perks now, and it's causing like a whole issue.
Yeah, just if you mess up the rules, we can't allow you to have like an advantage without at least being some sort of penalty.
Yeah, and
the survivors can change their perks.
And the killer is the one that is hosting the lobby, so he's the one that has to select the map. So it's on him that it was a fuck up too. So.
And, oh yeah, true. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Well, that fucking sucks.
Yep, that's unfortunate, but hey, I mean, fuck ups happen. You know what you're gonna do? They'll just have to perform 2 points extra better. Is all now. It's fine.
Well, hopefully everything is double checked and get right back into the video game, brothers.
Well, yeah, we probably will have to wait a second then. I didn't really realize that they'd be able to see each other's perks. I didn't even think about that. So
now they get to change their perks. Fucking son.
Yeah, everyone's gonna redesignate themselves. You know, they're like, shit.
Or they don't change anything.
Yeah, the mind game, dude. No one changes.
Mind game.
They just they hang out and fucking play a quick game of like Scribble.io real quick, and then once it's done, they're like, all right, that wasn't enough time.
Exactly,
Let's go. He thought that we were changing perks. We were just doing a quick game of Scribble. No biggie.
Actually, it's funny that you guys are saying that, but like that's an actual like thing. Like this happens quite a bit because people are in a rush, they need to get their stuff
exactly
fixed. But like it's an actual thing. It's like no, we're gonna take an extra minute and make them think if we're changing perks or not. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. Like maybe you throw the DS around, or maybe just kind of let them stare at you in the eyes for a little bit and make them overthink things.
Yep, agreed. Or maybe even just change like one thing, like maybe the DS person, like something really important like that, you know? Just change that out and nothing else, and then just, wait a minute and make them think, Makes sense. Hopefully they don't mind game too long, because I want to watch some fucking games. Selfishly, I want to watch them fucking play, so hopefully they don't sell it too much. Yeah. I mean, the build of the killer had, I guess it doesn't matter what the fuck we spoil now because the survivors already know it. But
true.
The build was pretty much exactly what you said. It was like Ruin Undying, Corrupt, and I can't even remember. Or sorry, it wasn't Ruin Undying. It was Ruin Pop.
Ruin Pop, no idea.
Yeah, no idea. Which is pretty much what you said, which is what I expected. Yeah. It's pretty solid. I think it's interesting. It's pretty interesting to see that, like, I mean, it's no surprise to me whatsoever, but it's interesting for me, I guess, to see that literally there's no such thing as builds without corrupted intervention. Like, it just isn't a thing.
Yeah,
like that
it's
shit is
just
in every build.
too consistent of a perk, but it's like I don't know. It's not in this. It's in my opinion, it's not really in the same sort of category in terms of strength as like a deadlock per se, which is why it's banned here, because I don't know, like, you know what you're getting with both perks, but like corrupt, you can easily, like, even a lucky spawn can just hard mess up like a good corrupt spawn. Like if they have a split spawn and 2 survivors spawn opposite of it, like it's just you're not really getting the full value out of it, right? Deadlock can like literally change the game just from like 1 gen being blocked for a minute.
Yeah. That deadlock feels like way too like consistent and just always strong. Whereas corrupt is also isn't like that. Like, it's not that hard to like play around corrupt, right? Like it's one of those things where I think it's a little bit easier to play around, so it's not like as game breaking as deadlock would probably be. So I don't know. I'm cool with it being in every game. I just think it's interesting that it is there in every single build without fail. You know?
Yeah. Hopefully, everything's good to go this time, and I'm assuming it will be. Oh.
Unless they want more penalties, you know? I just want to watch some motherfucking games, man. Come on, give me the games.
True. I want to see, like, you know, how unfortunate these chases might get. Like, with Spirit, it's literally all about, like, I mean, just like with majority of other things, just about really good reads. But you know, it's even less of a read than it is now for them, because there's more indicators of where she actually is during her phase.
Yep. It looks like the 2 yellow add-ons were right, so I mean, pretty predictable add-ons, but of course, like, why the fuck wouldn't you? You know, like, I think it's clearly the best out of the options you have right now. She does use some scratch marks, and there's a gen being worked on.
Ooh.
She can hear it breathing, yeah. She can hear the huff and puff.
Good, got a hit, made a good read. They didn't take the window, and she committed.
Yep. They got ruin down right, or sorry, ruins a thing, so they're automatically getting pressure with that too, just chasing people off gens, which is nice. This map is pretty small, so it's pretty easy for her to like chase people off gens and actually get ruin value, which is pretty nice. But it probably means it'll also be relatively easy for them to find ruin too, I would assume. As well as are also like all of these auto haven maps are also like, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say the spawns are fucking easy. Everyone knows auto haven map totem spawns by like the back of their hand.
Good fun.
Yeah, it was a good like game knowledge knowing she was there. I didn't even see her. I don't know if he saw her, but I didn't.
I fucking either. That's one of those pallets where they would have jumped and scared me in the middle of my game.
Yeah, same. I would have just walked into it like a dumbass. Oh, okay.
Just get another pallet here. Just go throw it down. No reason not to. Playing it safe.
I think I don't want to like. I don't want to get ahead of myself and like maybe overthink this, but I feel like that was like a part of like the new Spirit right there. Like I feel like it was really easy for her to position herself well. Like I feel like it's so easy for you to position yourself in a place that's good because you just know, like right there, you know exactly where she's coming from, right?
True.
It like, seems so hard to get around that.
I feel like that's. I mean, luckily you have the movement speed on your side. But even still, I mean, they can hear you now. They can see the footsteps. Like they can actually react if they try hard enough. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Another pallet, like just buying time. Corrupt's about to run out. They've already gotten 1 gen. I'm assuming, you know, at least 1 or 2 more are gonna pop sometime soon. They have to. They've had a lot of time just really being on the gens. Another pallet. Nothing in the
Firecracker to blind too. Just to buy a little bit more time.
There's a gen.
Yep. I mean, time is being bought for sure. Like they're getting gens done. Shit is getting done. See, that's.
But even still, she didn't do it fast enough. She needed to come out of that and actually use the momentum and get the hit. But she did it way too late.
See, that's why
way too late.
That's why. Also, why I was saying like maybe double speed. I don't know if double speed would have made a difference there, but like I think that's the kind of situations you're gonna run into a lot. They just know what side you're on, you know.
Actually, what would they do?
Dude, look at this shit. Holy fuck,
that
dude!
She probably saw the footsteps, heard the like she.
Dude, I think she just heard the direction she was coming from and just knew. I don't even know if they meant to get the stun.
Fuck.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. I think Spirit might just be the fucking juicer now, or the juicy, the one receiving the juice.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know. The spirit's not really like she's just going for the straightforward play. Like, she's not really like doubling back or anything and abusing the movement speed that would give her the advantage. Like, it was a good play there. She found her, but these pallets, she's just literally holding W and eating them regardless of whatever advantage she has with the movement speed. And it's surprising to be real.
Yeah, interesting decision for her to chase all the way down here too. She has a kind of a 4-gen, definitely 3-gen over on that other side of the map, and she's kind of just giving that up for free right now.
Yeah. She's like mega greeting this. I feel like this might be one of those things where like it might be like the kind of like strategy idea that you'd have for old Spirit where you can reliably get downs, but maybe she like expected to get this down a lot faster than she did, and then like already just feels locked into like the idea. But yeah, she needs to go protect those gens, man. Or
there's value in getting rid of those pallets, but there would have been a lot more value in getting it down earlier than this for sure.
Yep. She's pretty much all but giving up those generators down there too at this point. Like she hasn't been down there in so long. I'm assuming that they're gonna start popping soon.
Yeah. This is looking pretty rough.
Yeah. Her time was still up. Oh
and
man, I wonder.
Pallet here. I mean, she needs to try and do something. Swing and a miss.
I know Ed was the one that had DS like a couple games ago during like the nurse game or the blight game or something, but not sure if he still has it or not. But that would be pretty unfortunate if he does.
Running to the corner to waste as much time as possible.
Yep, far away from the gens. So even if he doesn't have DS, they're still in a pretty good spot. And he does have DS,
Jesus, not like this.
Oh no, dude!
So much time wasted, bro. Like
there's the gen
too. There's no way out. They get to start working on it, like She has to immediately go to the door because that's what they're going to want to do, but she doesn't even know where Ed went. Ed could have went immediately to that door as soon as she saw her leave.
Yeah,
I don't think all start on him.
I don't think she wants Ed anyway. She's gonna want someone fresh hooked, so she's gonna look for somebody. But man, it's definitely not looking ideal. Maybe she could make something happen with no Ed, but the door is definitely already started. It's looking like.
She's been struggling to get hits regardless. Like I honestly don't know. Like this should be a down here. She has nothing here. This pallet's already gone, right?
And,
well,
it's not kicked.
Was not gone. Not like this Spirit.
This should still be a down. Yeah. Or no.
Oh
man.
My God.
She just keeps making everything, dude. There's no way they'll get out, right? There's no way.
With no Ed and like
they got no Ed.
No Ed's gone. Now they can protect her all the way out. No one's going down unless she makes it ahead.
I'm like, she would have to get lucky here.
This is impossible. She actually got the hit, but she's got a like.
They could maybe take some hits. The hook's really close. No, there's no way. They might have to run back into the map and reset. Or how are they gonna try to handle this? How are they gonna handle this? Are they going back into the map?
I might just give it.
I think there's a survivor missing. Is that what's happening?
There is.
Yeah, there's a survivor missing.
Then they could just not be showing themselves.
Yeah, there he is. Oh my God,
do they have
perfect
BT?
timing, dude.
No. Oh.
It has to be BT, right? It has to. Well, maybe not because he dead-hearted.
If it was if
it was BT, he wouldn't have dead-hearted.
They probably made a hatch call, and that's probably where she's running right now.
Oh shit. But Spirit.
Well, no, hatch doesn't spawn in until you're the last one alive now, right? Yeah, so you can.
That's true.
Yeah. So this is
just trying to give her a chance to get it done.
Yeah, it's better than having no. Oh, she found it, dude!
Oh my fucking God!
No fucking way, dude! Oh my God, that was a fucking insane performance, dude! Holy shit!
Wow, the stars aligned. That was rough. The Spirit wasn't able to achieve anything. That was insane. That was insane. I honestly think you might have been on the right track. Like, I don't know if they just didn't change the way that they were supposed to play Spirit after the changes, because they were just going straight forward with those pallets, even though there's everything to indicate and identify where the Spirit's even located. That seems really, really strange to me that they would play that way. I don't know. I don't get it.
That's a really good point that Ralph just brought up. I think as much as the survivors were playing well there, maybe it's this also the kind of the other side of things where the spirits don't have enough practice playing, with her new kind of version, and maybe she's just not comfortable, or
it's a whole different.
Doesn't know the best way.
Yeah, it's a whole different play style now, right? Like all of the things you used to do aren't gonna work, right? Well, not all of them, but like a lot of the things you used to do aren't gonna work now. So it's a lot of like figuring out what works and figuring out like different strategies of how to handle things. It's like a whole new killer almost. So Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely played a big role, but also, man, like they definitely handled that like to perfection. That end game unhook was actually so cool, dude.
Jesus.
Like literally the second he like committed to the guys on the door and got a hit, like out trotted the fucking Nancy to get the unhook like perfectly timed. It's just so crazy like how well coordinated they are with all that shit, dude. It's so impressive, man. I love seeing it. Like I genuinely love seeing this shit so much. It's so cool.
So with that game, that now I'm actually like, I want to see this next game. How are they going to actually play it different?
Okay, but do you want to hear something depressing? Because of the -2, that all he needs is one hook. I think they go into the game tied, don't they? They go into the game tied, so as long as he gets a single hook, then he wins. Is what it's gonna be. So expectations are kind of low. I think there's a pretty good chance Demise is gonna get this point.
They need 2 hooks to win.
2 hooks. Okay, 2 hooks to win.
I mean, well, yeah, I think it might be realistic. I'm truly like, I really think the way the Spirit played that game, it just wasn't ideal. Like with the Spirit changes, like you have to use the movement speed to your advantage to actually, you know, like make it, like you just have to make a good read, and that's it. Like you are fast as fuck. That enhances your lunge. Like, but she was playing it so straightforward, and I don't understand why it didn't make any sense.
It was like, I feel like they may have even gotten frustrated by how they just kept getting stunned over and over, and they kept making every single safe play that the survivors could make, and like they still had the chance to protect that what we call it the top side of the map with that 4gen there, and like even then, like, okay, maybe you find someone out of position. Those pallets were pretty much used up for the most part. Like, maybe like at the very worst case, like you get a few extra hooks out of that they were just chasing in the wrong areas of the map, making, in my opinion, unwise decisions. And I don't know, maybe they were just frustrated, or, you know, just feeling the pressure of not being able to really do anything the entire match. But I guess we'll see if whoever's playing killer for Demise, looks like it's going to be Ultra, has the same challenges or difficulties here.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I do feel like there might have been a bit of like a tilt bit there, right? Like
possibly.
I definitely, like, again, anyone that plays killer, I think, can know that feeling of where like everything just feels like it's going wrong. Like everything you try to do, they just barely get away, and they get the pallets, they get the windows every time, and you miss by like a little bit, and you're like, fuck, man, like I'm so close, but I'm not getting it. It might have played a little bit of a role. It might have like gone, because again, I feel like objectively, I think they made bad strategic decisions to like leave those gens to just basically be done for free. So I feel like there had to be a cause of that. I feel like it had to be some kind of like a mental thing happening there, which is really unfortunate. But I mean,
yeah, and I would argue something else as well, but I just can't with how consistently they played the pallets literally exactly the same. It seems like they like the only one time they actually did go for like switching back around, they just lunged at the worst time possible. They didn't lunge early enough, but they made the right decision, and then after that, they just continued playing it the same way. It was just kind of confusing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think definitely needs some work, honestly. But again, I think Spirit's just such an unknown thing right now. So like,
exactly, it's new.
Yeah, you can't really blame anyone for like, you know, like if the survivors were misplaying it, I wouldn't blame them either. It's like everything is just too new that like I can't really expect anybody to like fully have a complete grasp on it. So, you know, it's one of those risky things, and I guess it just, you know, paid off for Demise way more than it paid off for Jinx in that particular game.
Yeah, because even in the earlier part, you could argue that making, you know, playing it straightforward like that was okay because it's a gamble. Like, but even still, like, there's all these new indicators that help you actually locate exactly where she is. So, was it worth the gamble? Because they can hear you, sweetheart. They can see your footsteps, and then they could feel the doofetry.
Yep. So
it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
I hope we see a change in playstyle and actually, you know, seeing some potential with Spirit, and that she's actually capable of doing something.
Yeah, that's more like, I feel like it's going to be not too hard for them to get the win here, just based on the results that they need. But I'm more curious just to see how she performs, right? Like, I'd be pretty surprised if they didn't. I mean, but then again, you never, like, maybe she is just dog shit now. Like, maybe there's always a chance. Like, maybe they'll just get shit on too. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, yeah. I don't know. I feel like you got to use what she has. Movement. She moves fast as fuck. She can immediately come out of that phase and swing, and like that's what you have at that pallet. It's like that's the mind game, and that's yeah. You gotta get your fucking hits, man. Like. Like I said, she almost had one, but she just failed with a swing, and that, honestly, you might be right, that just might have added on to the tilt, and then after that, they kind of just let emotions get the best of them.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely have been guilty of that myself, and that's not even,
100% we
and
all
that's,
have,
and
yeah.
that's not even in tournament games, right? Like in tournament games, dude, like
Fucking random average pub games that don't mean
exactly,
shit.
right? Like I feel like
Jesus.
I feel like a lot of people like will look at that kind of shit and be like, oh, how is this comp player making bad decisions when like. Dude, yeah, like that shit'll happen to me in a goddamn random pub game. Like I couldn't imagine being in the finals of a fucking tournament, you know, all this pressure on you, and then like having like a frustrating game and trying to keep it together. That has to be so hard, you know.
True.
So
That's
honestly,
the beauty of being a spectator, though. You know, you get to
right?
talk all that shit. You get to talk all that shit behind your username.
True.
Let's see you fools get in the comp. Go ahead. Join the next one, friends.
Well,
join the next one. Put
actually-
your money where your motherfucking mouth is.
Actually, they don't join because they would feel bad for all the comp players that have been practicing for years. They would feel bad destroying them.
Imagine playing competitive DbD Omega roll. Yeah, imagine getting bodied in competitive DbD because that's more than likely what's going to happen with y'all's brand new asses. You gamers still probably think rank means something. See you later. See you later, friend. See you later.
I love the occasional cuts into just shitting on them.
Oh,
it's so fucking funny.
Somebody's got to. Somebody's
so
got to.
funny.
Somebody like some of them just need a wake up call, bro. And hey, maybe trying out comp DbD will be that wake up call. Hey, yeah, I'm down. Hey, you're supporting the community. You're adding into the population and giving us something to talk about.
True.
I'm about it. I'm
True,
about it.
I'm down, dude. I'm fucking down.
And when they come, we can shit on them too.
True, dude. Fucking true. All right, everyone's in the lobby. Looks like we are getting close to ready. But fucking lord, dude, they need a perfect game. So it's going
Yeah, I mean, that being said, though, like let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Like we just saw these guys like destroy a blight. So
yeah, that is
it's
true.
not like this
they
is
are very fucking capable.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Yeah, they did absolutely shit on a Blight, and I would agree, or I would argue that Blight is a much stronger. I would say most likely a much stronger kill than Spirit now. Like I think that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
especially
for sure.
like just I don't want to use one game as like a big sample size. Like obviously that's not a big sample size, but like it seemed like those survivors were able to like just the information they had, they were able to use so well just that last game. So based on that, and like based on how these guys did against Blight, it wouldn't surprise me if they then just shit on the Spirit too. Yeah, like it's definitely possible.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm definitely not gonna count them out yet. We'll see what happens.
We're about to go into the game. Everybody's ready outside of the killer. I'm assuming they're probably gonna ready up very quickly. Probably just taking a breather. And I mean, you know, that's if they are lacking experience as well where they are new, then they you know, it's kind of fortunate if you get to go survivor first because you get to see their mistakes and see what didn't work, and that's valuable information. It truly is. So
Yeah, agreed.
that also gives you an expectation of what they might expect as well if they actually thought that was the ideal way to play. I'm assuming, you know, they all agreed upon whatever that may be, but we'll see. I'm interested in see what maybe see what they're actually capable of.
Yep. I think it's gonna be a good one, man. We'll see. I really I'd be like really surprised if I'm starting to like see me like I'm leaning towards the fact that I'm starting to think that maybe Spirit's just gonna get juiced, dude. Maybe she's just gonna.
I don't know. Like it's obviously definitely it's, you know, it's not just a fucking big blind fucking 50 gamble in general as to what the hell she's gonna do. Like you have information now, but she still has movement speed, and a lot of these loops, like especially these like, you know, normal ass loops with no like not the jungle gems, just the normal loops with just the pallet and a long wall and a short wall. Like I think those are ideal for her. Like that's when you can basically guarantee a hit, because when you're in that phase, like you could probably react to like the noise of them vaulting and swing early enough. Depending on what side you're on, for the most part, like I feel like a lot of these mind games, like using movement speed is extremely realistic because she's fast as fuck. Like she's actually absurdly fast. Like sure they can hear you and see you, but bruh.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
Extent.
It doesn't matter if you're like, if you're going like 6.0, like, you know, again, this whole thing with Victor, right? You can see where Victor's going, but it doesn't fucking matter because he's so fast. I mean, you could say the same thing. I agree. I think if you really abuse your move speed on especially on those small loops, I think it's you definitely could probably get
and RNG could be in their favor. I mean, she definitely at least had one opportunity to get a hit, but she just failed swinging at the right time, and it was, you know, just sucks. But I'm interested to see how Ultra plays.
Yeah. Ultra might be able to show us a thing or two, you know? I mean, we'll see. We will see. But I feel
hope
like
he is.
also
Otherwise, we're, you know, right after this, we can all attend the funeral of Spirit, because that bitch is donezo. Ain't nobody picking that bitch ever a day in their lives. What in the hell is going on?
I mean, I think it's one of those things, right? Where once we see Spirits get a little bit more comfortable with the new Spirit, and maybe there's some way that killers can find some sort of build that works with her. I mean, I don't know what exactly it's going to be, but it's clear that the good Survivor teams know how to play against her, even individually in Chase, right? So that's not going to change. It's what can the Spirits kind of do to catch up, if at all, and then we can make a determination if she's like ever going to have a chance versus one of these good teams.
Well, we're about to fuck around and find out. Here we go. Okay, I see. You know.
Yep. Pretty typical. What you'd expect, pretty much. Yep. I'm with it.
But let's see where this Spirit can possibly go with. Oh, already finding one at least.
Yeah. At a jungle gym though, not too bad of a time. Actually, she ran back to the.
That's two. That she knows the location of her, has a general idea at least.
Oh,
interesting sprint burst.
Yeah.
That which, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Went ahead and threw down the pallet. So here's the mind game. What will she do?
Oh,
good.
Interesting.
Followed the sound, heard her breathe. This is, I mean,
yeah.
This is what you do. You don't just make a decision and stick with it. Like you have time. You need to take the time and be patient and try to actually confirm something rather than just making a big giant fucking gamble. That was interesting.
That was smart of the Survivor to actually like get the fuck out of there, because I think she assumed that she would stay at the pallet, but nope. I mean, we'll see. I'm curious to see if the Survivors will actually go for like the actual vaults here, or yeah, he can hear all. Yeah, he can hear it all. Yeah.
We didn't see this at all with the last Spirit. Every time they went into phase, they immediately made a decision rather than trying to be patient at all and looking for something. It seems like everything they did was pretty fucking predetermined.
Yeah. You can tell there's a lot more patience here, right? Like that was like literally patience to the max. Like dude just sat there and waited until he heard like a definitive sound that tells him like what her general idea was, and then went with it. So.
And there's no reason to not be patient. You have so much time you get to spend in phase. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yep. And that's one hook before a gen even popped. I mean, I know gens are popping now, but that's a fast hook considering the win condition is like, I think 2 hooks.
Hooks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very, very fast hook. So that's not what you want to see if you're Jinx for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just based off of this, like, she's already capable of getting downs, you know, in a decent amount of time. So, it's not looking good. It looks like it's leaning towards the high possibility of them actually being able to get the second hook and just confirm the win.
Yeah, it seems like he's just kind of like confirming this hook state, or at least trying to. He chased her away and got a hit, but even still, like it feels like he's basically just playing for these hook states right now is what he's doing. He's not gonna get this hit, I don't think. Well, he did. Man, dude, while spectating, I feel like I cannot determine ever whether they're gonna get a hit or not. I'm always wrong, I swear.
This is West Coast to Middle East ping, by the way, so it's more than likely gonna hit if it looks like it's gonna be close.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. It's like he's gonna be going through Nia. I mean, again, I don't think it matters who he gets. He just needs to get a hook. So
let's see what he does here.
Let's see if this Nia can just be a fucking god. Oh, let's listen.
He just gets to listen to Nia.
Yeah, I mean,
immediately. Yeah. I mean, bro, like this is what you do with the Spirit. Like you use the movie speed, you have the audio. Like there's no reason to make a decision unless you can fucking basically confirm it.
Yeah, he's being patient. Like the Survivors even know generally where he's coming from, but like it doesn't. He's just so fast. Like it doesn't matter. He's just too quick.
Yeah. You can't react to that. Like it's still making reads against her. There's another one.
Yeah. There's another hit, which that could have been like a ping thing, but I mean, still, like they can hear where he's coming from, and they just didn't quite get the pallet down in time, and you get hit for it.
One of the big differences that we're seeing in this Spirit match versus the last one is that Ultra's taking his time to kind of set up at these shorter loops, like these filler pallets and pallet gyms, whereas before we were seeing the Spirit kind of phase from further away, just phase into pallets on like safer jungle gyms.
Yeah, that's true too. He's kind of like waiting for a good position to even start phasing.
That's literally what we were talking about. He did the exact thing that they should have been doing in the first place.
He faked one way, and then
they never did.
The vault. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely much better. I guess we can cancel the funeral because he's doing pretty good.
Spirit. Good to have you. Good to have you.
Good recovery you made. You're looking healthy. You're looking great.
It's never good to lose Spirit. Never.
Fucking please, Ralph.
Oh, but I mean, so he's got the hook. So I mean, it's their game, yeah.
Yeah, the game's over at this point. We're just kind of seeing what she could do. I feel like. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job. He doesn't really have any like crazy gen setups. It doesn't look like. It's hard to say from the angle that he's been looking, but it looks like the final gens are relatively split. Like I feel like the survivors might be able to get them all done. Oh my god, there's so many hook auras. Yeah, they're definitely pretty split. There's one way down the other side, so I imagine the survivors will probably be able to get the gens done. But it's still interesting to see like what he can do in chase, because I think that's like that's what Spirit was always known for, right? Was her ability to just kill people in chase no matter what, you know? Yeah. Like that's always been her thing. So the fact that he's kind of showcasing that that's still definitely doable is very nice. Yeah.
And being on a map like this, like there's so many, a lot of these loops are like really short. Like these right here, like there's not much room to move, and she's very fast.
Yep. That was a really good play, honestly. Super good play. They haven't even unhooked the Claudette, I think it is back there too, which is really unfortunate. No. Oh, he's gonna get this Nia. It's actually, I said they weren't gonna have a problem getting all the gens done, but now I'm starting to question it. That one guy back there on hook is like gonna die. I think he's gonna die. Yeah, he's dead.
Nobody saved him. That's
I would assume the Nancy is like about to pop a gen, I would guess. But I'm honestly not 100%. Oh, they vaulted right into him. I guess not.
Nancy's not on the gen at all.
Yeah, well, I think she had to bail out to come for the unhook because that guy got injured at this point. But at this point, I guess they just gotta hope that Nia's doing the gen over there. They're trying to just kind of manage over here and make this work.
Now they're all just screwed.
Most likely decisive strike, I would guess, based on the way he kind of threw himself in front there. Yeah,
or just maybe doing it to lead them to believe that.
Yeah, true. I mean, he can just hear everything though. I mean, he doesn't have decisive strike. Looks like the gen is getting done though. That's good. Interesting. What is going on up there?
I think she's just giving up essentially, or maybe or no, I guess she had balance. So yeah, it was calculated, but there's no pallet here, and she's going through the corner.
Yeah, no, she's dead. She is absolutely dead. Yep. Is that Lucky Break, or is that, what perk is that?
On the bottom is Lucky Break, yeah.
Okay, for a second I thought it was Mental of Man, and I was gonna be like, wait a minute. But that's Lucky Break, yeah. They both look similar. It's like the weird little like totem looking thing. But all right.
Interesting. I mean, pretty fucking dominant. Like,
yeah,
they played every fucking like tile, perfectly. Basically, they always got their hits. I don't think they ever lost a mind game, right?
Yeah, I don't think so either.
They won every single mind game, and I wonder why. Probably because this bitch moves at motherfucking Mach 5, bro. But for some reason, running directly into the pallet every time was the best decision possible. But I understand, you know, like she's new. You might not have practiced her. That's it, but.
He definitely, like, there was a couple times that he phased and didn't get a hit. Like, it's not like every single phase was a hit, but it was damn fucking near. It was definitely damn near. Like, he played that very well. So that's a huge landslide victory for Demise that round.
Yeah, so it literally is coming down to the Twins game and the fucking scary situation that entails. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Yeah, so GG's.
Yeah. I think it was just a matter of Ultra being a little bit more patient with his phases and kind of making the most of them, as opposed to just rushing into where you think the survivor is going to be, just kind of waiting and listening and seeing if you can pinpoint where they might be instead.
Yeah, yeah, you could definitely tell that he was much, much more patient with it. It seemed like he was really making it a point to like position himself in a good place before phasing, and then even during his phase, he was like really taking his time, right? Like you saw him multiple times like sit still and like listen for a second to figure out where they were. Whereas I felt like the killer for Jinx was a bit more rushed. Like it felt like they were just like, let's hurry up and phase and get downs and like get pressure quick. When you know, I think the patient approach might have been a little bit better. So, I mean. Luckily for Jinx, the good news is, even though that was like a landslide victory, the landslide doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it comes down to like 1 point. Like that whole thing was 1 point for Demise, and it all resets going back to the Twins game. So everyone starts at 0. As long as they perform well in Twins, they can still come back and tie it up. It's currently 2-1, right? Demise to Jinx, 2-1.
Yeah.
So, and it's the first of 3. So if Demise wins this Twins game, they win the whole tourney. If Jinx wins this Twins game, then it goes into like the tiebreaker round where, yeah, where basically they got to pick a killer and then play it out for the tiebreaker. So this is the Twins game we were waiting for, man. This is what we've been waiting for the whole time. The whole like seeing if a team can get around the Twins and see if they can outplay them and get some people out. That's what we've been wanting. That's what we've been hoping for. So hopefully we can see it.
And this might be the time where it's actually reasonable, especially with now all the pressure built up on Jinx. There's a possibility they could crack, and I feel like with the lead and that Demise is in, like this is probably like they probably feel pretty good going into this next game. To be honest, like they know this is if there's ever a time where they do actually play perfectly, this is fucking it.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's honestly a good chance that they really go fucking ham here. Like,
yep,
I really, really do.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom as well myself while this boots up, so I'll be right back. But go ahead and go nuts. I'll be back in 1 sec.
Oh, I don't know. This is gonna be intense. Like it's very, very easily reasonable and realistic that Nightlight literally just dominates this game. Like,
Yeah.
He knows how to play. And it's Twins, so like they're definitely a killer. I don't know if easier is the right word, but it may be simpler. Like it's pretty obvious like what you got to do, and
Yeah.
I think it's pretty hard to make a bad decision, to be honest. Especially like with these teams, they're experienced. They play the game, like regardless of how the Spirit game went for Jinx. Like we obviously I'm at least assuming they have put time into Twins because it was a pretty to be expected pick. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the thing that I'm mainly curious about here is after that Spirit game, and this series has been so back and forth. It's such a close nurse match the first map, and then you know Jinx comes back and they get a pretty decisive win on the Blight round, and then back into the swing of Demise. Now you got to see how Jinx is going to be, mentally after losing that map, and knowing you have to go against a killer like Twins. You got to refocus and understand this is the finals. If you lose now, it's over.
Exactly. I mean, they might have going even for them. Like that's a very realistic possibility just with how dominant like Twins can be. So it's very realistic that both killers could literally just really easily dominate. And if that's the case, I'd be extremely interested to find out which killer they actually pick for the last round. And I'm honestly assuming both teams would probably pick Nurse.
Yeah, I guess it's they said they're gonna do it via coin flip, right? So they're gonna have a coin flip, and then they're gonna.
Yeah, if it ties on this one.
Yeah. So I guess you'd think that they're gonna pick whichever killer they kind of had the most advantage on. We'll see if it even gets to that point, but
yeah.
Right now I'm just. Are we gonna see a Survivor team that pulls out a good result versus Twins? It's just been pure chaos and pure dominance from every single Twins that we've seen so far.
Yeah, these are gonna be intense. Like this could go so many different ways. Like I can't imagine either of these Twins fucking up, to be honest. Like obviously we haven't seen Jinx play twins. So
we need them to play against twins the way they played against Blight, dude. Because that Blight performance was fucking good, and like I was like really impressed. And I'm hoping they can do like the same thing against twins, because they're gonna fucking need it, man. I think they're gonna need it, because the twins feels like such a all or nothing killer almost. Like it feels like they either just go ham, or well, I can't even say or nothing at all because I don't even know. I haven't even seen a team do well against them yet, so I really have no idea.
Oh. It's gonna be pretty interesting. It looks like everybody's basically ready, just waiting on the killer, and I'm assuming that's gonna come very quickly.
Yeah, I think they're trying to rush it along. They said, "Bro, we need to sleep. 9 a.m. right now."
Yeah, a couple of these guys I know have been up for a while, and it's pretty late for them. So
yeah, that's another fucking variable that adds into the like their performance. Like they're fucking tired. Like they've been at this all day for the past 2 days, and I'm sure that like they've probably, there's a good chance they haven't gotten the best sleep because there's a lot to think about and a lot to consider and a lot to do, and you want to be prepared.
Yep. But hey, I hope they can fucking perform here, dude. They got 1, if not 2 more sets left, so they're almost done. Their bed is almost there. All right, they can almost go to bed. They're so close.
But hopefully they're not put to bed by Demise.
True. Hopefully they can go to bed $1,000 richer.
True. Get some good pillows and blankets and stuff. Get a high thread count. We love a high thread count.
Hell yeah, dude. The higher the threads, the better.
Yup.
So this is gonna be on the same map, right? Azerov's, I believe.
Yes, it'll be on Resting Place.
Okay, all right. I walked away, so I didn't actually see them pick the map, but that does make sense.
And I'm assuming they're going to go for the the same selection of safe perk picks as well.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, they seem to be pretty reliable go-to. I don't see them getting changed up.
Or I mean, they might pull out something crazy just to fucking switch it up for no good reason. Who fucking knows? But it's probably gonna be the same shit.
True. I feel like more than likely the killer players are probably pretty confident in their ability. Like I feel like
There's
when
no
you're
risk,
when you're confident, you can just run meta and feel like that you're gonna win. You don't really need to like try to mix it up and do things differently. So yeah, and
here we go.
Makes sense.
Doing the normal thing, checking the side just to make sure, because there's a chance, and if it actually happened, you fucking actually want to take advantage of that because it's generally pretty huge.
Yeah.
To find somebody on the same side, they're just singled out, and that literally just expedites everything for you.
Yeah, and on top of that, if there is someone there and you don't find them, then it gives them such a good head start towards the gens that are there too, which is another big thing that you don't want. But seems pretty confident that there's nobody there, so he's just gonna send out Victor and see what he can find.
Doing the normal things, doing it in the middle of the map. That way, Victor can scout, and like if they see anybody going up, if she wants, he can switch back, getting the hit on Victor immediately, not missing, not wasting time. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
And getting information, another person down there as well.
Yeah, perfect corrupt spawn for him as well. He's got a 3-gen down here, all the gens blocked, so they're not allowed to work on any of these. And on the other side, it looks like he's gonna have a 4-gen pretty far into the map, so he can kind of pick whichever side he wants to hold with Charlotte here.
Yeah, definitely like a good generator spawn setup, that's for sure. It does feel like Nightlight is really good at like hitting these Victor shots without much hesitation, right? He doesn't a lot of the time he's not even very patient. He just fucking hits the shot, which is not always easy. Like it's one of those things where sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes people get very like good with the jukes, and
the movie can be very, very random. Taking the hit, blocking the hit, ensuring that no lock or anything, no nonsense. Very good.
There's the 2-2 locker play where one of them jumps in the locker so they can't go down, and the other one eats the Charlotte, or eats the Victor. So now you're kind of stuck in Charlotte mode for another 20 seconds or so.
Going down the pallet, vaulting it.
He's trying to get a mind game here, but like again, trying to hit a good survivor at these pallets, it's so hard. I think he's waiting for Victor. Victor's coming back right now. Yeah. Man's on a timer. He's got like 6 seconds, and Victor's coming back out, dude. He's coming back out.
He's pretty fucked. Like, unless he gets lucky here, but Nightlight's been pretty consistent about hitting his shots. So, honestly, he's gonna get this now.
Yeah, he's going down. Is there anybody here to get the kick? There isn't. So he can actually follow up and do more if he wants, but no, he's just gonna put him there for now.
Yeah.
The Nia across the map is reset. I imagine we might see a gen pop here and there soon.
At least one for sure. There's no way.
Yeah, he also has basement as well. That's gonna be a rough start. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a rough start. And Corrupt just ended pretty recently, so he has all the gens down here that should be barely worked on, if at all. So pretty good 3-gen with a basement hook. I mean, that's a pretty decent situation to be in, you know.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's a 3-gen with a basement hook and not a single gen being done either. Yeah, he's using it right now for tracking.
Found him mixed though. Didn't punish Victor. Didn't punish it. Oh, actually got it. Wow. Like damn near last second.
Yeah, that was, I was saying all that shit about him getting hit straight away with no patience, and of course, Cassius Curse back at it again. Jeez, dude.
But, I mean, you know, as much as that did, like, Victor's back at it again, like, you could Victor pretty fucking quick.
Yep. I mean, I think the best thing that did was just buy you some more time before you actually take a health stage, right? Like, the difference was somebody could have been injured right now, and instead they're not, so, hey, they can get out of this pretty okay.
Bit of a misplay on Nightlight's part here, letting them get the save without him even going to struggle. They can kind of make it out safe here. I mean, he's going to get Victor back soon and might be able to get one of them down, but kind of a misplay to not let him go to struggle there.
Yeah, that felt like the best case scenario for Jinx there, like as far as getting out of that. Like, it obviously isn't great, but I think considering the situation that you're in, that's probably the best outcome you could probably get is sneaking someone down there and getting them out.
That was so unfortunate. There was value in leaving Victor there and not kicking him, because that means, you know, they couldn't use Victor to get David there immediately, or you know, make that even faster. But it's unfortunate that Kate ran directly into Victor, and then Charlotte switched and just downed her again immediately.
Yep. The Nancy is here, so he's got to at least be a little careful, but he seems to be okay. Well,
wow,
no, dude.
Wow, and another gen off the board as well.
Oh man, that's actually huge, dude. Okay, well, this is looking rough for a Twins player. This is interesting. So
this David needs to be careful now though, because if he goes down near the basement, it's going to be right back in the same situation they were before.
Yeah, he needs to make sure that if he goes down, it's at least a little bit far.
Ooh, oh no!
Jeez,
that was so unfortunate.
Yeah, he was a little too close to the window, so he just went over his head instead of actually getting the hit on the other side. So now they're actually in a pretty interesting spot. But this Nia's here to help him out too.
Ooh.
Smart play, crouching in the corner together.
Shit.
Another way to get Victor to latch onto the healthy player as opposed to the injured one, but looks like he's going to catch up to him.
Interesting.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's so interesting. I didn't even know about that, but yeah. I think he might hang around I think the pallet might still be there, so I think he was trying to hang around Shaq to make sure he couldn't get the basement. But he doesn't. He doesn't get the basement hook. He does get a hook in the 3-gen, though. It's not a basement hook, but it's a hook in the 3-gen, so it's still not terrible. I'm not sure if the survivors have been going at that gen. If they can manage to get one of these gens done, then that's going to be huge. Nah, this is barely worked on.
Yeah, and it's going to be so hard. Like, she's just able to control so much.
Yeah, we'll see how they go about handling it. I mean, they might just get the safe gen done just to secure the points for it before anything else happens, but they've been playing pretty well, to be honest. Like, this is not the worst thing in the world. It's not that dominating. She's getting stuff, but she's not ending the game. Yeah, that basin situation got handled so well, dude. Like, I thought that was going to be borderline game, like not game over, but like at least a kill, you know? And
just extremely significant,
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, the live.
She did for the live.
Yeah, she did for the live.
She's gonna like.
Oh no, dude! Oh no!
Jesus.
Tried to get the unhook before without getting the 1-for-1, and that greed's gonna fucking punish him so much. This might be where it all snowballs now. Everyone else is injured. That was the one misplay that we talk about versus Twins, where everything goes downhill. They were doing so well. Another gen pop. The noise didn't pop up for some reason, but a gen just popped. So the only ones that are left are the 3-gen. So they at least got the points for the gen, which is good.
And this is going to be another down, most likely.
Yeah,
this just to hold him in the locker.
Yeah, this at least stops the.
Ooh, this is probably going to be it.
Yeah, we'll see what she can do. If she can buy some time here, and she is. So this is actually good. I mean, this forces his hand because now Victor's gone. That guy can jump out of the lockers. That was actually really smart. I mean, he bought enough time for them to at least manage something, but We're gonna let that unhook come in. He's gonna come over here and try to stop this one. He might be able to secure a kill here because everyone's injured. No one should be able to even get this unhook if he just hugs it. Like for them to even try to fake it, they need to be full health, and they're not. So
yeah, they need to let this go. There's no reason to go after this right now.
And they have Victor.
Yeah,
it's too risky.
I mean,
yeah, this seems
a bunch of downs.
This seems not worth it at all. Like even that down that just came through just seems so not worth it. Like it felt like you should just let that one go and just go back and recover as a 3-man and see what you guys can accomplish.
And there's another. That's it.
Yeah, because now I think everyone's just dead. I mean, maybe they just didn't feel like they can do like a 3-gen situation with a 3-man, but there was definitely no hope of getting that unhook there with everyone being injured. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, dude, they were doing so well for so long, but the getting grabbed right there, I think, was the turning point. That was just rough.
You have to understand the situation and what is possibly going to be or lead to your best result. It's just going for a 1-man save, knowing that it's going to be a close one, just not worth the risk. You have a better chance trying to attack a 3-gen with 3 people alive, rather than having 2 people on the hook and 2 injured and trying to come back from all of that. It's just way too much pressure for twins.
Another twins 4K in the book, dude. Yeah. Another one. But here again, here's the thing. Like, this doesn't necessarily mean the game's over, because every other twins game we've seen so far today, actually almost every single one, we've had a 4K at 3 gens, we had a 4K at 4 gens. It's definitely like realistically possible for, you know, this to still be a win for Jinx. You know, it's definitely not over yet. But that, man, it still has to hurt to see like how well they were doing. You know, like maybe midway through this match, they definitely were in a spot where they could have, you know, done really, really well, and you know, just didn't end up finishing it out. Well played though. Well played from Nightlight. I mean, there was that misplay in like the middle where he let the basement unhook get out, but I would say he made up for it with the rest of it, right? I mean, I don't even know if it was definitely good play from him. It was a mix of that and also like a misplay from the Nancy going for the unhook. But either way, I mean, he took advantage really, really well. He handled the situation really well towards the end, even when they tried to make good plays on it. So
it still paid off for him, because I mean, he had Victor in the middle, and the Kate literally ran directly to Victor, and she just downed her again immediately.
Yeah. Yep.
And then went out and then got the David. Or, you know, at least had those 2 people logged down over there, and forcing the other one to have to go save the person they downed. Like, it still worked out in their favor.
Damn, dude. Damn. This is gonna be tough. This is like match point too, because Demise is up 2-1. So if they, if they have a good performance here on Survivor, like if the Jinx killer can't manage to get a better result, then that's it. That's the end of the tourney. The Demise will be the winner. Yep. So they really need to come through here and make something happen.
Yeah, pretty straightforward win condition here. If Demise pops 5 gens, or you know, that's it.
Yeah. Interesting. So just 5 gens no matter what, then, right?
Is if they get to end game, they win the tournament.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. Yeah, that's.
Jeez. I would love to see it go to the the coin toss, the coin flip into picking a killer, because I honestly don't know who they'd pick. I really don't. Like,
I feel like if Jinx won, they would probably take Blight based on the results of this. I would
almost say that Demise would probably pick Spirit.
Yeah, because both of those were like kind of landslides, dude. Like the Blight game was just like, I mean, the Blight game wasn't as big of a landslide. It wasn't like night and day, but it was definitely a solid win for Jinx. Whereas the Spirit game was a huge landslide for Demise. So,
yep.
Yeah, that's probably what I would expect. But
this is gonna be interesting.
We say that, but we don't know how this match is gonna go, right? Like, maybe
we've not seen their twins. We don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know about with, you know, they -3 Doctor. Great, perfect. Blight, great. Spirit, shit. What the fuck happened? Everything else, like, you know, but like, I feel like this is something they had to prepare for. There's no way they didn't prepare for this. I can understand not preparing for Spirit, because there's like, you know, yeah, but Jesus, like, I'm assuming they're prepared. They should know what to do, and even if they haven't, like, they've been able to at least watch all the other twins games and seeing how they succeed. And I don't think that's the hardest thing to reproduce, honestly. Like, you're already playing at the highest level, so you're definitely capable. And yeah.
Yep. It's just gonna come down to this. I mean, we have seen Jinx play Twins against another team. I think it was Cookies that they.
Oh yeah.
That they kind of just annihilated. I think that was the game where they 4K'd with 3 gens left. So.
Oh, was that game?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
Jesus,
I'm pretty sure that was
forgot.
that was the 3 gen game. Yeah. So like we've seen them play Twins. Like we know that they're very capable of being a good
shit.
Twins player. But again, you could also argue that Demise may be a better team at playing against Twins than Cookies, right? So.
True.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is the
very true.
finals. Like this is where all the best teams have come together. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see a little bit better of a performance out of Demise here. But it also could go the same. You never know. And again, even with them, like they can like be the best team to ever play comp DbD, and even the best players in the game slip up and make mistakes sometimes. That's all it
very
takes.
true.
You make one big mistake in the early game against Twins and fucking rip, dude. Like rip.
And these teams have been playing all day. Like they're tired. Like it's very reasonable. Like
True.
especially like there's a lot of mental effort. Like they're especially like the survivor side, man. They're actively always communicating everything, literally everything, and they have to ensure their communication is on point at all times and it's actually accurate to ensure that they don't fuck anybody else on their team up. Like they're all relying on each other, and that's been happening for like hours and hours. These games are long and they're back to back. Like. And even in the downtime, like we call it downtime, but these people are probably still communicating and and thinking and actively like just brainstorming as like it's rough, man.
It's
rough.
probably exhausting, dude. I bet
Yeah,
they're
for
all
sure.
exhausted as fuck. I bet once this tournament's over, they're all gonna go take the biggest, fattest fucking naps, dude. They're probably so fucking tired. So yeah, I mean,
sure.
that like fatigue definitely could play an issue. I mean, I know a lot of these guys are experienced though. Like they might
True.
have the experience of like going through this kind of shit before, but still,
And
I mean,
this might be giving them their second wind. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like this
true.
is it. We gotta wake the fuck up. Gotta get in it. Gotta get involved. You can't let it be a snooze fest. Like but yum.
Yep.
I'm interested to see like if Demise can just really dominate against the Twins. Like I feel like anybody in a competitive situation, the pressure, like that pressure really makes you focus, and this is where the pressure is at its maximum, because this is where it's decided whether or not you win everything or you win the second best. So I feel like that they're probably going to be really fucking in it, and their decision making should be on point, and I'm excited to see it, to be honest.
Yeah, same. I'm really pumped too. You would think that like, I think morally, I think Demise here is probably on the higher up, right?
Oh, for sure.
It's kind of like you said, like they had a pretty good round as killer just now. They're probably going into this match like knowing that they're ahead, right? Like if they happen to lose, it's not like they're out of the tournament. Like they still go into the fifth round. So for them, it's probably just exciting. They're probably like, yes, like let's go do this and close this shit out. Whereas for Jinx, it's a bit more pressure, right? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, we got 4K. You're gonna have to 4K, but better. Like we're gonna have to have a crazy performance. Otherwise, we're literally out of the whole tournament. So
And knowing what they need, like this might really help determine their builds as well. They only need to they just need to get the gens done. Like that's it, and they win.
yeah,
So that could really influence what they choose to bring into this game. Obviously, there's just some options that you're not gonna get rid of just because they're the safest options possible. But there's still room for other options for sure.
yeah, 100%.
Especially considering everybody has to run unique perks, running the same shit outside of borrowed time. But yeah, like fuck, this could go anyway. This could easily be a tie, and we move on to a coin flip and picking one of these 4 killers from this pool, and that'd be great too. But I honestly wouldn't be upset if I saw an extremely dominant performance from Demise, because I don't know, with players at this level, especially this team, I think it's to be expected. Like I have faith in them and their decision making.
We did see them play against Twins earlier against Disco, and I believe they still got 4K'd that game too, right? Because again, I don't think we've seen a single game. Yeah, we haven't seen a single game today where Twins haven't 4K'd. So, I mean, they definitely made good plays that game. Like I remember that game. I remember them doing a lot of good things where I was like, oh, dude, like hell yeah, like they're going, they're doing it. But in the end, they still got 4K'd. So we gotta hope that they can like sharpen it up and maybe have a little bit more consistency in how well they play against them this time, and manage to, you know, at least get the gens done. Because again, apparently, apparently that's the way. Is that actually like if they get the gens done but all 4 die, is that still a win?
Yes, it will be still a win.
Shit. So yeah, I mean that I feel like that changes a lot too, right? If you can just leave all your teammates die and commit on the last gen and still win, you know, I think that also plays a big part in, you know, how it might end up playing out towards the end if it gets to be close.
And that's gonna affect the decision making of the you know the killer for Jinx too. Like they know that. So is it gonna be beneficial to actually like try to just confirm hook stages, or are you gonna just let them do gens freely and get closer to the goal that like lets them end up winning? Like there's a lot of really important decisions to make throughout all points of this game, and they got to be the right fucking decisions. They actually have to every single time. This is woo. It's gonna be rough. This is gonna be crazy. And I can't. I tend to decamp, but I cannot.
Usually I can, but today I cannot.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be fucking close, dude. I mean, this is basically what you'd expect. He's spawned on the side of Shack. Looks like he has, yeah, I mean, he kind of has like a 4 gen down there, and like I think he has like a 3 gen here, and he found someone right away. That's.
You should restart the Discord stream.
Oh, is it messed up?
Yeah.
Okay. He's jumping. He jumped on Ace, by the way, with Victor's. What's going on here? It should be reset.
You're good.
Yeah. Everything should be good.
That's good. The middle gen's free.
Just remind me so our cameras aren't frozen when we get back. It'll probably be a thing. So just remind me.
He's chasing down the Ace.
Yeah, he's chasing him down. He's got Victor on him. That was a laggy fucking vault. What the? I think we're seeing the ping difference here.
Ooh, they're definitely putting progress on that middle gen. I heard it as he walked by, but he's confirming the down.
Yeah, he just gets the down for free there with Charlotte, which is actually kind of sloppy. Like they didn't force the Victor down. They just got it with Charlotte. That's not ideal at all.
But that being said, Demise does have the luxury of kind of knowing their win condition and knowing that they can leave this guy to be on hook for quite a while and just push the gens.
True,
so,
yeah.
I'm interested
we'll see how much progress they can get.
Ace has, maybe like camaraderie or something to try and extend it, and like some bullshit, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think there's no camaraderie or deliverance allowed versus twins.
Oh,
so,
yeah. He does have decisive strike though. That's probably an important note to have. So the guy with the S is on the gen. So if he wants to try to get someone out early and have that be like his win condition, it'll be a little bit harder with that in mind. I feel like they might be making it too obvious here with the fact that they're not trying to take hits for him. Oh wait, or maybe borrow time. Why didn't he kick him? Oh no, he got kicked from behind. That's why. Okay, never mind. Well, I mean, yeah, that's gonna slow him down a lot for sure, because now he's the whole way back across the map with Charlotte.
Taking the time to kick the gen.
Yeah, those guys are in fucking Narnia over there.
I don't know if he's just gonna run out and then try to make a hard read as to whether or not this guy's gonna come back. I'm pretty sure he just heard somebody moving there at that right corner whenever he passed it.
Yeah, he might have not heard it. I didn't really hear anything, but
I heard the grasping for sure.
Yeah, there might have been a guy there. I'm not sure. He might also be making it a point to look for GPU in particular to make sure he can secure the down, but finding nothing right now. They also popped that gen that I think he AFK'd beside. Oh, there he is.
Found him in the locker. Oh no, he got stuck.
He's so far away though that if he forces this, I don't even think he'll make it.
No, I mean he won't. Like,
what? Is he trying to bait him? It kind of works.
Interesting. He's not gonna get punished for this, I'm assuming.
I'm not really. We're in a bit of a weird stalemate here. Yeah, he needs to do something. Make it through the
window. This is not good. He's wasting time.
Yeah.
They only need 3 gens. There's 2 people unaccounted for, and they're both going to be on separate gens. This is not looking good for Jinx.
Yeah,
he switched back, but like
that was so much wasted time. Yeah, like he spent so long there, just like lollygagging around and dicking around and not actually getting anything done. So
he's so far away.
Yeah, now he's going to be heading down towards him, but man, like that's such a big time investment. There's only 2 people injured right now. Like they probably are getting a lot of gen progress done. Man, there's 2 people here. He's gonna be able to call Victor back real soon. In about 3 seconds, he's gonna get Victor back. So.
Oh, the double Walter coming at it again. Victor is back.
Yep, and now he can chase down GPU. He can chase down Aaron. Doesn't really matter who he wants to go after. He can go after whoever he wants here. Both the injured guys are around. I think they might stick together. Yeah. Well,
punishing Victor.
Yep. Ed's there to handle it, so that'll be another down. But again, this is the guy with decisive strike, so even though he's going to be getting put on hook and he's going to be on death hook, he has DS, and having all 4 alive is not really a win condition. Like they don't need it, right? I mean,
And yeah, exactly. There's another gen, 2 more, and I'm assuming one's probably gonna pop not too shortly after, to be honest. Like he's spent a lot of time not doing anything, not keeping them off of gens. I mean,
he does have a 3 gen here though. He does have this 3 gen down here that he can protect. So that 1 gen's a bit far out to the side, but it's still generally a 3 gen, and I think that's what he's gonna have to go for. And I mean, if he goes for this kill, he's gonna get hit with DS, and it's gonna punish him so hard.
True. And into the locker, wasting time.
He's gonna try to bait, maybe switch back. He didn't even make it back in time. Oh no!
Jesus Christ! And he's leaving these gens.
Yeah. Now he has to make a choice. He either has to let them reset, or he has to run in there and risk one of them going in and splitting up his gens. This puts him in such a weird spot. I guess technically he can do both since he has Charlotte and Victor, but it's gonna be hard to effectively do both. Nightlight is here. Yeah, take the hit. He survives longer. Like
they're playing this so well.
Yeah, they really are. They're playing this like to perfection now. And now he has to basically just leave his 3 gen because I think he realizes that he needs the pressure. He needs to make something happen here.
Oh no! I mean, he's just doing nothing. Is this? I mean, is that the?
Yeah, is that the mindset showing? Is that what's going on here?
Exactly. Is that the realization that you don't think you're going to be able to do anything because he spent a lot of time? There's always been 2 people unaccounted for during this entire time, almost like.
Yep.
At least one person is guaranteed to have been on a gen, and
all it takes is
far behind.
All it takes is one of those gens in that 3 gen popping for the whole game to be basically over too, because again the win condition is just 5 gens, so he basically needs.
You can't defend him.
Yeah, and he can't seem to get it down. Every time he goes to try to get it down, there's someone nearby, and they find ways to make Charlotte or make Victor not able to get the hit. This is exactly what we were looking for as far as like Twins counterplay. They're doing it to perfection right now. This is really, really good. Every single time he tries to make a play with Victor, there's somebody there to like prevent the play from happening. They're jumping in lockers when they get too far away from Charlotte. He's gotten to the point where he's just trying to make plays with Charlotte, which is not going to work against good survivors. No. So. I mean, that's just desperation.
There's another pallet. Like, I think this game honestly might be over. I like Ace and Jeffrey have been unaccounted for. I'm honestly like, I don't know. Like, okay, he gets the down here, but gen is probably going to pop right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed this, and I don't think it's gonna end up mattering.
Oh, he has a purple. Or wait, no.
No, if you notice his perks, he brought no-ed, but if they get 5 gens done, the game's over, so...
Wow, yeah.
Probably should have taken something else that he may have gotten some value from to help him out.
Yeah, I think he just...
The game's over. They won.
Yep, that's it.
Gens are done.
Yep, so Demise is the champions, dude. They won.
Demise.
God damn, dude. What a fucking series. What a game. Jeez. What a tournament, dude. Holy shit. This was it, though. I mean, they managed it against. This was the Twins counterplay too. Of all games to win on, this was such a good one too, because it literally gave us exactly what we wanted. Was the perfect Twins counterplay. You know, showing exactly how it's done, how you're supposed to actually handle these situations.
It was a little bit different due to the win condition. They did have something, you know, they weren't trying to get the most of, they weren't trying to get everything. I mean, it was damn near everything essentially, but it was a little bit different. However, I mean, I couldn't imagine much changing in the way that they played, even if they didn't have that win condition, to be honest, because what they did was ideal. They just stopped, you know, downs and hooks from happening, but we're still accomplishing things all over the fucking map. It was very, very well played.
Dude, what a fucking game, dude. What a team. These guys played so well. In like every round of the tournament, dude, they played so well. That is actually crazy. I feel like they only lost like, I think that Blight round like might have been the only round they lost out of like every one of the tournament. Honestly, they did so well throughout the whole thing. And man, GG's.
That's just the you know, the experience and so much fucking time put into this game, just absolutely shining through, dude. They all play this game enough. They know the game like better than a lot of things, and it just shows. I mean, it's just impressive.
It's been so sick to watch this, man. Like their play around like every killer, dude. Like even just like this twin shit is so like, there's so much big brain shit that goes into it, you know? The whole like crouching in corners and like and having each other take hits, or like jumping in lockers and taking hits, like how disciplined they are with everything, right? Like in these end game scenarios where one person stays hidden really well while 2 people reset and then they come out. Like there's so much cool coordination that goes into this, and you can tell again that these guys, everyone on the team is so good and experienced, and you can tell that they know what they're doing, and it paid off. I mean, it paid off. They are the winners. Demise wins, and Jinx takes second place. That was a hell of a tournament, dude. That was a hell of a fucking tournament.
I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied, and now I want more.
Same.
And I want more competition. I want more people. Like, bro, it's like, I mean, find your juicers, sign up. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you fucking got.
Get your best juicers and show up, dude. Let's go.
Exactly. Like that was impressive, man. High level DbD it's honestly great. It really is. Whatever things are actually like balanced, or at least like everybody's working towards finding what is, you know, reasonably balanced for competitive DbD. It's truly an enjoyable experience. I feel it really is.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I say some final words?
Yeah, no, I was actually about to ask if you wanted to come in and say something. Yeah, feel free.
So I just wanted to say a few things. I wanted to thank the staff. So that's Julia, Phobia, Phil, Paige, and Blazer. You guys were instrumental in making sure this all went smoothly. I can't thank you enough. I mean, without you guys, we wouldn't have an event.
Yeah,
so
actual
thank you
gods.
to you guys.
Actual gods.
Yeah, insane. Sorry. Thank you to Rayoxium and October. Every single banner or piece of art that you see on stream, those two made. So those guys were also great. Thank you to them. You can follow them at twitch.tv/Rayoxium and twitch.tv/October.
I was gonna shout them out, but we're on a 5-minute delay. We'll wait. We'll do it. We'll do it later. We'll do it later.
Thank you to all the players and the teams. You guys were all insane. The games were crazy fun to watch. The finals were insane. You guys played out of your mind. Couldn't have asked for a better roster of players to watch. So thank you. Thank you to the chat and everybody who tuned in. There's 4,500 of you here watching right now, which is an insane number.
Yeah.
I hope you all had fun. I know I did. Thank you to the casters, Ralph and Tofu and Justyn. Ralph and Tofu are fucking hilarious. I couldn't have asked for a better duo to do it. And everything Justyn said was pure gold. Literal god of knowledge of DbD.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for having Justyn up here with us. Man.
Yeah,
This
of course.
man-
Like it was the icing on the cake. It really was. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he was just so insightful. I couldn't have asked for a better person in that spot. So I'm glad he was here. And a final thank you to my friends who had my back throughout this entire thing. I couldn't have done it without you guys, so thank you. And then a final thought. I had no idea how this would go. Bringing a competitive setting to a non-competitive audience is always a scary thing, especially in a game like as polarizing as DbD. But the reception and positivity has been astounding. I'm so happy you guys all enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed hosting it. And thank you all for watching. I'll never forget this.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, thank you, Swish, so much for putting this
literally took
together.
the word. Like, thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, I like letting my all I did was randomly ask, oh, dude, can I cast? You know, random fucking one trick huntress essentially doesn't give a shit about anything else in the game. Like, bro, come on, fuck. I would have just expected the worst if I was you, but bro, you let me do it, and I appreciate it because it's honestly just opened my eyes to something else that I truly can see being extremely enjoyable going forward with me and my relationship with DbD, to be honest. So I'm extremely appreciative, and I appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you.
Yeah, this was a outstanding experience. Like this whole experience was just fucking phenomenal, and I'm really happy to be. I'm happy to have the opportunity to do it, man. Honestly, it was fucking great.
Awesome. Yeah, no, of course.
All right, well, those are some good
That's
final
it.
words. I think we can call it quits there. This was a fantastic tournament. Again, you know, feel free to leave feedback in the next couple of days, weeks, you know, coming up, and maybe if we're lucky, we can talk these guys into doing a bunch of hard work again, and maybe have another one. But I mean, we'll see. Time will tell in that regard. We can't really say yet, but I love this. I would love to do more. I would love to be involved some more. I had a really good time, and you know, I could tell Ralph did too. This motherfucker's all about it.
Oof.
And hell, maybe next time we'll see Justyn in there juicing instead of helping us commentating. You know?
Justyn the juicer,
You know?
old JJ, huh?
Yeah,
And not
people
the
have
jet
been,
plane.
A lot of people have been wondering when Team Oracle is going to be coming back, and I know a lot of people support us, and a lot of people want to see us play. I love being on the casting side of things. It's always fun being able to provide my input and my insight. Hopefully, you guys learned a thing or two, and could see how comp DbD really works, kind of on the analyst side of things. But I do love playing in these tournaments just as much, and who knows, maybe I'll have the team come back for if and when we do the next one.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I honestly, it'd be an honor to have you either casting with us again or in the tournament. Either one would be fine by me, dude. That would be fucking great. I'd be down to watch either one. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm gonna head out of here.